All right, we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world. Hit that
Come on, AD, stop playing this. Let's get it, baby.
Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother.
Hater.
You know why I don't curse?
Why you
when I say mother, instead of saying...
Because the first minute of the clip, YouTube will flag you.
He knows.
The monetize, you get that yellow.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts. I'll be cursing like 5 minutes from now. Keep watching. Keep watching. I'm wilding in this mother. Yeah. Mac, what up?
Salute, King.
What's poppin'?
Celebrate my new favorite holiday, August 6th. New favorite holiday.
Cracker Barrel.
I would like to formally request a statue of my brother in the water, aka Aquaman.
Facts.
AKA C Murder. AKA Wave God. AKA Scuba Gooden Jr.
Bars.
Like to formally request a statue of him, and I would also like to formally request of the black delegation that we move Black History Month to August.
Yo, if Black History Month was in August, it'd be lit. The parties would be crazy.
I'm making my request right now.
They knew what they was doing, sticking that shit in the middle of winter, bro.
Right,
like
it's super cold. Nah, we need to be in February. We need February. And shout out to the Alabama crew for making that happen. Did you know that the boat that they jumped that they were blocking, the pontoon was blocking, is named the Harriet II?
Yo, that's crazy.
Her spirit
that's
was there
crazy. Facts.
My new favorite holiday.
What was her name?
The Harriet II.
The Harriet II.
The Harriet II.
That's wild.
We won that fight.
I ain't never wanted to jump in the movie so bad in all my life.
Got a lot of things to say about that. Give me like 5 more minutes. Champ, what's poppin'?
I feel good. I feel great. Happy to be alive. Happy to be home and free around wonderful people. Happy that there's all of this restructuring going on, and I love new shit.
Shout to the Barber Club. You know what I mean? The only black distributors in America.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
The only black distributors
of barber products.
Barber equipment in America.
Devontae.
Wow. Shout to them.
Shout to Devontae. Shout to Devontae.
That's dope.
Big shout.
But that's a shame.
Hey, yo, them CC got leathers?
We need more.
Yo, Koreans killing it, man. I can't front.
Everybody go buy from them. Everybody go buy from them. This is fire.
Hell yeah.
These are fire.
Hell yeah. These CC got leathers?
You understand? This shit's like a new car. It's all
You know what I'm
chrome
saying?
and black leather. That shit's
official.
We gotta go to other barbershops and be like, yo, fam, what's the difference between
4.0 and a 4.6?
About 10 to 20,000.
Sucker beat it. Damn, caught me. Yo, make sure you edit that out. Make sure you edit that out.
Yeah, my fault.
Shout out to the guys, Big Chief in the building. Big Chief.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm gonna show the brand, but usually
Appreciate that.
I need like half a pizzy for this, bro. Like, my subscribers is up.
We don't give you a P, man. You ain't gonna get the whole thing.
Big Chief.
You know what I mean?
They got the electric joints. Hold on. Let me get this right. I ain't gonna lie though. This should be like, yo, man, it is. And what's the name of this strand?
That's a Wagyu truffle right
Wagyu
there.
truffle.
That reminds me of when Hydro used to be in the bottles back in the day.
And Haze.
Right?
Say the name of it again?
Wagyu truffle.
Wagyu truffle.
Like Wagyu.
Like the steak.
Okay,
there you
That's
go.
Cali too.
Wagyu truffle?
That's
Fire.
Cali bud.
Wagyu, like the steak.
Fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's
so that means like y'all talk to
Yeah.
the plants and treat it well and all that shit?
Plant music.
Like the Wagyu farms and shit?
So you got high tech
We
condiment.
got this. What else we got?
And it's Cali bud, people.
The real deal.
Another joint in
Real
here?
Cali
The
bud.
real deal.
No, that's the top. That's it. That's all I got.
You got the cartridge?
Bro, I got you before I leave, man. We got some more product out here. You know what I mean?
Big Chief. Don't forget it, man. Splat Murder.
What's the word? Hallelujah. I want all y'all to go check out that Brooklyn Way web series. We back.
Yes.
I know y'all be cursing me out and shit. You ain't got you over there with math and all of that. You ain't shooting no more episodes and all that. We back. The Brooklyn Way web series, episode 12 on the way. You already know.
Yeah, Scheme's in the building last time. We might need to do a little short.
A lot of people don't know Math is a great actor, man.
Yeah.
Math is a super great actor, man.
I don't
This
like the
man
way
is
you're saying that, though.
multi-talented. You're a super great actor.
What
you want me to say? You are excellent?
It's just funny. It's just
Math is a
thespian.
great.
Say thespian.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen.
Math is a super
don't even
great
sound right.
actor, bro.
That was never going to happen.
Tap in.
Nah, Brooklyn Way. We did a couple scenes for the Brooklyn Way. That shit was fire. But tonight, damn, what do I call y'all, man?
The dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. It's really three of them. It's the whole Justice League.
Try.
And they're taking over like YouTube streaming on the West Coast completely. Domination is going down. I know you formerly seen them on No Jumper, but yeah, they left No Jumper. Why'd you leave No Jumper?
Don't look at me, because you didn't even tell me you was leaving. I found out on Twitter like everybody else.
All right, cool. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it.
How's that view from under the bus?
We got AD and Gina in the building, man.
What's happening, man?
Yo, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe none of this shit, man.
Come on,
I think,
man.
I think y'all niggas came up with a plan. Y'all was like, all right, we gonna start beefing, then we gonna split off, then we gonna da-da-da, we gonna dominate the whole coast and come back together like Voltron. Like, that's what I think is going on.
AD got some music going on too.
Yeah, he do got the
Yeah, so
no,
music
we
going
gonna
on.
talk about that. We gonna talk about that. But I think there's a whole plan. Y'all scamming the world. Ain't no real beef.
For the record sales.
Adam is on camera talking about, you know where I'm at, pull up, ain't nothing happening. I'm like, nah, son, something wrong here, son.
I ain't got no beef with nobody, man. I'm chilling.
That's what it is.
He ran me out to New York, man. I can't go back to my city. I gotta move here now. You know what I mean? I'm scared for my life, man.
This is hard, though.
Who?
Adam.
Oh, I gotta move somewhere else now.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Wherever's safe, man.
Word. Him and
You
Vlad.
can't even say that with a straight face. All the way through that sentence, you smirking.
You don't believe that shit.
Not at all.
I'm scared for my life. I'm terrified.
Now, how does it feel to be independent, though?
Man, it feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? You take the ups and downs, you know, seeing shit as a boss and as a businessman. I'm just happy, man. I got my brothers with me. We helping each other out. Nobody's slacking. We taking the content very seriously, and we just really pushing the stuff too. And just, you know, for people that look like us and grow up like us, we want to be the great representation for them. So even times when shit like this happen, when it's, you know, they expect you to respond a certain type of way or do certain things, and we got to be great role models for the people coming beyond us and stuff too. So.
That's a good explanation for why you ain't pull up on them yet. It's a great explanation. I like that. Role models, yeah. Role models. You role models.
Who wrote
Who
that?
wrote that?
Chat GTP. I got my AI. Yeah.
What you doing over here on the East Coast?
Man, we came up here for the Big Chief pop-up. So we had a Bowery room.
Right.
We did that. And I was only going to be out here for 2 days. And then everybody started getting on the line. And they say, hey, man, Math, you just called me out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
nigga, I'm staying. You feel
Let's
me?
go. Let's
I
go.
got to do it, man. I got to touch the people, man. Bro, I ain't going to lie. This has been a great experience in New York. But nothing but love. I was like, damn. I always say I don't know if I would move anywhere or I would live anywhere else other than LA. But I was like, I could see myself getting down here for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Wait till the winter hits.
That's what I was about to say.
When it
Wait
gets
till
When it get
cold,
cold.
Hey,
Cold
No, it be cold as shit out there
Nah,
too.
nah, nah,
Nah.
Our cold is
I've been out
I froze
there
in
when
LA
it's
before.
our
great.
cold is
Like-
60.
Not like here.
Nah, y'all
50,
it's been
60,
colder than that
50.
before.
Not like here. I spent the winter in
Hey,
Cali. It
let me
ain't the
tell
same.
you something. My very, very first time coming to New York, my grandmother told me, she said, it's super cold out there. I was not used to that shit, being from the West Coast. She said, you need long johns. I didn't even know the fuck long johns was. You need a coat, you need a scarf, and you need gloves. Grandma, I don't need none of that shit. As soon as I came out here, first of all the hotels was gone. I had to stay in a hostel. Yes, a hostel.
I didn't even know they had them.
They got that shit here.
York.
You ain't got no money, it's good enough.
hostel, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I stayed at a hostel, and When I tell you I left this fucking hostel and I walked outside and it seemed like I got frostbite right immediately, right away. Never been that cold before. The first time in my life that I bought gloves and a scarf. And then it was All-Star weekend, so all the coats were gone. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a $200 coat from Burlington or something. They're like, nah, you gotta get you a fur for $5,000. I ain't have $1,000 in my pocket. So I just froze that whole weekend. Everybody going out. I stayed in the hostel and just made it back home.
Because the weather was hot.
Oh, it was terrible.
Nah, Burlington, stay with some coats though. I don't know about all
Man,
that.
them motherfuckers was gone that weekend.
Burlington?
Burlington, yeah.
No
like,
coat.
Stay with coats
And
though.
they the coat factory.
It's the coat factory, man.
Man, they had no
That had
coats.
to be a special time out here, son.
How,
It was All-Star
what
weekend.
they used though?
All-Star
He
weekend.
said it was All-Star, so all the groupies came in.
Yeah, this like
They brought up
2014.
everything.
Oh, okay.
This like
Yeah, something.
2014, something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, it do get cold out here, man. Sometimes it be so cold, bro, you feel like if you fall and you touch the ground, your skin is gonna come off. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, LA
I love it,
it's
though.
not the same.
Love it,
Not the same.
I love it. Y'all know that. Y'all don't know what that's like. Like y'all be out in Cali, you know what I'm saying, trying to hide y'all shit. Nigga, we got like
that's
back in the days, it was like winter, woo, it's grimy season. That's what we called that shit, grimy season.
And that's why I ain't never had no.
What's in the coat?
I ain't never had no Timbs either. Ain't no. It served no
never had
purpose. No, I ain't served no purpose.
Oh
for
nah,
Timbs.
son. What size you wear, son?
12.
12?
Motherfuckers
We
look
gotta
like
take
boats,
care of that.
man.
We gotta take care of that.
I got on some cool cars right now, man. My guy from
Shout-
Jersey, you feel me?
Shout out to
Yeah,
Cool Car. I know he been supporting all my man Sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce been
Yeah,
doing a lot of
Sauce
business
Walker,
with him.
Sure too, man.
Nah, we gotta get you some Timbs, son.
For y'all, I put on some Timbs one time, but I tried them in the 8th grade. I was like, man, I ain't wearing
It's
this
the
shit.
8th damn grade. You can't compare that to the 8th grade.
Man, I wanted some Chucks, man. I
Your,
said I want
your,
the
legs
fucking
wasn't
Timbs.
strong, your legs wasn't strong enough.
Me and you wear the same size,
up
bro.
with
You
Chucks,
bigger than
man?
me. So
Nah,
Tim's
that's
will look
that LA
fine on
shit.
you, bro.
All right.
The
look
Chucks
good on
I
you.
wear
feel like,
Chucks though. I
that
wear
shit
Chucks.
feel like socks with laces, bro. Like,
Nah, you
niggas
can
doing?
glide with those. You know what I'm
Glide
saying?
with, where you gliding, bro?
Man, I can go to Alabama right
Till
now.
a nigga with Tim step
Y'all
on your
play
shit.
ball with
it's
Chucks
over.
on out there?
This shit crazy.
I'm pretty sure people play
Y'all
that
ball with Chucks on?
Not like no. That's
Grimy niggas, yeah.
grimy niggas.
Grimy niggas ball with Chucks.
Word,
Imagine
nigga
going
go
to the court,
Yo,
those got Chucks on.
If a nigga come on the court in Chucks, you know he fouling. You know he fouling. Don't even question it.
Flagrant.
He's fouling, son. He's fouling. That's
They gave us those in jail. Up north,
Yeah.
in New York,
Chucks?
they give you Chucks.
Chucks and Black Force is
They
like
give
the
you
same
Chucks.
type of
Those are jail sneakers.
So it's like a
Niggas
jail
balling and all?
culture that
Yeah.
y'all represent
Not me, but
out there.
Nah.
They gave him Chucks. I think you got Chucks in jail, right?
when you first come in through intake, you don't have shit. So they give you a uniform. So you have to wear them.
Oh,
We call them
Patakis.
anacondas.
You talking about the
No
Patakis?
freakies. No, that's on Rikers Island.
Patakis is on Rikers.
Yeah,
Alright.
Patakis on Rikers.
Black
Those are the
Chucks?
Skippies. Or whatever.
They look like China
Black-
shoes.
Yeah, they look like Chinaman
Word.
shoes. But up north, they give you Converse as soon as you go through intake.
And then you got to work your way up to the
Then
black
you gotta
Air
call.
Force.
You gotta get on the phone and be like, "Ma,
Black Air Force.
send me some ones right now."
You gotta get sent to the hole like 3 times and then you get the black Air Force.
Word.
Nah, unless
Good.
you like,
Beat
yo,
the
what
final
size
boss
you
and then
wear?
you get some Timbs.
Word.
Black Force
how it
is
goes.
crazy.
Used to be like, "Yo, we call them shits anacondas."
Pause.
Timbs is crazy.
That's what we called them in there. No,
That's
Like
free.
niggas getting stumped out in Timbs,
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah.
That's what they
you
made
can take
for.
it off and
Tim's for all
Oh,
seasons
no.
for ass kicking
Smack
reasons.
water
You never
bugs
heard
with that
one?
shit.
Like Chucks, you
I
might
get-
hurt your foot kicking.
I get
Yeah,
stomped with
facts.
Chucks. I ain't gonna feel that.
Word. I remember watching Minister Society thinking that nigga's fine, bro. What's
What's
her name? Cousin? What's her name? Cousin?
Hey.
I was like, where that blood come
Hey,
from?
which
They
one
got
of
on
you
tough,
fools is
I always
Hey.
call that nigga Junior though. He's
Which
Junior in every movie. I don't know his real
Word,
name.
right?
Man. He's Junior in every movie, man.
He always
nigga's
play a
crazy.
fucked up nigga.
Yeah.
Which one of you fools is Kane?
Shout out to Caffeine.
Shout out to Cafe.
That's his name, Caffeine?
His name?
Man.
If I'm not
Damn.
mistaken, that's Caffeine. Shout out to Caffeine.
Ain't it fucked up though? If he's like, man, we got another role for you. You gonna rape a stripper this movie. Like, how you be excited for that shit?
Yeah, like,
You know what I'm saying?
damn.
That's what he did. Players.
Players Club.
I'm just
Players
saying.
Club.
He's just picking up all
Oh,
the
we got
roles
another one for
somebody
you. You about
want.
to get stumped out.
In the hood.
Just every time.
Mom, I'm on TV. Don't watch though. You don't need to see me do this.
What's the biggest difference between being out here and being in Cali? That you, in your opinion?
Walking.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm like, nigga, this remind me of the Ninja Turtles and Batman and shit. I'm over here
Oh
by the
my
subway. Look, I'm just
I
saying.
mean, Batman's Detroit. It ain't New York, but
Nah,
Ninja Turtles is definitely New
Batman
York.
is New
Gotham
York.
City is supposed to be New York.
No, it's not.
Gotham
It's Detroit.
No,
Nah.
Metropolis
Metropolis is
Manhattan.
New York.
Yeah, Metropolis. That's what I meant. Not Gotham City.
Gotham is Detroit, bro.
It's Chicago.
No, it's Detroit. I'm telling you.
It's
Nigga,
Chicago.
Gotham is New York.
Detroit don't got cops after 9 o'clock. Gotham is Detroit, bro. Gotham is Detroit. You can't argue with me.
Gotham
with that.
has an elevated train system.
Yeah.
There's only two cities there's only a couple of cities that have that. It's us and it's Chicago. Chicago has an elevated train system. We have an elevated train system. Gotham has an elevated train system.
New York, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But it's,
But Metropolis is definitely Manhattan.
I don't think so.
Metropolis is definitely Manhattan. There's a building with the globe in it, the Daily Planet.
Right.
That's a real building.
Well, that's
With-
Superman.
with the-
Daily
yeah,
Planet.
that's Metropolis.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely Manhattan.
All right, cool. So you said Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles and what?
And Batman.
Ninja Turtles,
Bat-
man.
Batman.
I just seen that movie too.
The new
The
one?
first
Yeah,
one?
the new
Yo,
one.
they were AI. That's an AI movie, right? That's like
I don't know. Ice Cube, he was killing it in there though.
Ice Cube was
Ice
in the
Cube-
Turtle movie?
He in the new Turtles
He
movie.
plays,
Word. He
Smash-
plays the Fly.
The Fly.
I didn't even know it was a nigga named the Fly in the Turtles.
Word?
But that's
You
what
ain't
he
know
is.
about that? Oh, no.
I thought he
But
played Casey Jones or
I
something.
grew up watching that.
Sports Night.
But I like how they, incorporated all the new slang and stuff like that. But they literally say ops in the movie. For real.
Gotta go watch that.
For real.
Spinning the block and all
They,
that.
man, they talking about you ratting, all type of shit. I'm like, this shit is. This ain't the niggas that was dancing with Vanilla Ice when I was little. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is
That's
crazy.
The Master Splinter had like mad colors in his hair.
Man, nigga had an afro.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
gotta see that.
Yeah, I definitely did.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Cali and LA, the biggest difference for me is y'all don't walk anywhere.
Nah.
Y'all don't walk anywhere. When you start walking, everybody look at you like something's wrong.
It's weird.
You don't take the train either.
Yeah, I know that, but it only goes
Yeah.
like 4 directions.
But they building a whole subway system out there.
To go to Vegas and
Yeah,
shit.
there's a lot of money in that shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's a couple programs that's offering employment for like whoever's looking for it. They just gotta find them.
It's supposed to take you to like Las Vegas, I think in 45 minutes or something. Supposed to be like a
That's
bullet train.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then Elon Musk build a tunnel,
Yeah.
tunnel under LA to avoid the traffic for Tesla
And
drivers.
do that shit. That shit crazy though.
They got all kind of perks with Teslas out there.
That
Electric
don't
cars.
sound
They
safe
can drive in
at
the
all.
whole
Don't
lane.
y'all have,
They
like-
get a 7,500 stipend.
Fucked up
Taxes.
fault lines and fucked up. Don't y'all have earthquakes? Like how you got an underground any? How
They don't be
trust
having
the
earthquakes
underground-
like that though.
We just had an earthquake.
How's that view from under the bus? You stay lying and she stay popping your head off every time.
What y'all do during earthquakes? Because you
Stand
don't
still.
get that. You don't,
Oh yeah, they got the drills they teach you in school. So you supposed
Yeah.
to.
We don't do
and
that
shit.
shit.
What
No,
about the
I mean-
niggas that don't go to school?
I ain't gonna lie. If an earthquake happened,
I'm grabbing my TV.
yeah, I might. You grab the TV. She like it's an OLED. I can't let it break. You feel me?
You trying to see what's happening? Like, what?
Do we really follow the earthquake
No, the
drill
earthquake.
rules?
Y'all know the
You're
earthquake
supposed to
drill
stand
is.
in doorways.
How would I
Get
know what
under
an
the table.
earthquake
All right.
drill is?
I'm gonna tell you.
Right, here it comes. All right.
The earthquake drill. They just tell you to get under the seat,
Yeah.
basically.
And stand
Under your
in
desk.
or stand in the door frame.
That's it.
Which
What about
is
the tub? Ain't you
it?
supposed to like jump in your tub or something if you're in your house?
No, I think it's a
Yeah,
tornado.
No, that's
lethal weapon.
That's
nigga.
tornado.
What you talking about?
That's a
What was
hurricane.
that mover Twister?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Back in the day, yeah.
that's a hurricane.
You supposed to get in the tub?
Jump in the
They
tub.
tell you to get
I'm
because
not.
it's heavy. Back it in those. It's real heavy. It's 9 times out of 10 it's bolted to the floor, so it's not. It's got less of a chance.
So
to
how you
flying
gonna
off.
stay in it?
Well, that's.
What the fuck?
They didn't say you was gonna live. It's just like your best chance, like your best option.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Listen, you can get in the tub or you can get on the couch. The couch is out.
So
The bed is out.
I might get on the couch.
How about
Be
don't live
comfortable when I'm
nowhere?
flying up.
How about don't live nowhere where shit like that happens?
Nah, that
then
shit,
there's
you
that.
never know. That shit can happen any given time.
there's earthquakes out here.
Yeah.
We also had a.
those is bombs, nigga. They're not earthquakes.
See, but they
nigga.
was like when I was younger. To me, they was way worse. But it was Long Beach.
Yep.
They like collapsed the freeway and shit like that. Some
yeah,
crazy
I
shit.
think I remember seeing that like mad shit fucked up in Cali.
Man, but earthquake drill. How many times? Like 2-3 times a year.
Yeah.
You have
I
to
feel
do
like
that.
we had a lot of earthquakes this year, though.
More than usual, though.
But you don't think your mind don't say, let me hop under something. You just kind of sit there and be like, wait, was I tripping? And you hop on Twitter to see if you was tripping.
You may feel the aftershock and you be like, oh, it's an earthquake. But like, I remember being on the couch and that shit moving. Like you just sitting there and the whole fucking couch move. Like, and you can feel like the ground breaking and shit like that. Shit feel weird.
They got this theory saying that in, a few more years, LA's supposed to be
Gonna
under,
break off.
Yeah, like the
Break
whole
off and
LA's
float out.
supposed to be.
I've been hearing about that with they said Miami supposed to be flooded.
Yeah, but that's a red zone.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, imagine that.
But they saying LA for sure in a few more years, that shit's supposed to be under the ground.
Shit,
like,
I'm gonna still go to the hood. I'm gonna be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
We are on state anyway.
Nah, that shit wild. Streaming. What's up with T-Rail, man?
It's my brother, man. I love that nigga to death, man.
Y'all was there. Yo, you wasn't there when we
The BT shit?
Yeah.
I ain't coming. That one.
Damn, why you come to it?
He didn't invite me.
You never.
Fuck you, nigga. Hey, no, I was super proud watching that. I seen Gina. I was like, yeah, just our people, like, you know, even like right now, man, I'm putting on for the team right now. So as long as somebody's in them offices and in them buildings and we crushing it, a win for him is a win for me. A win for me from any of us is a win for me. That's how I take things. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Fuck with that. Fuck with that. How come y'all y'all got two different
Entities?
Yeah.
Well, I started off everything, you know, so we started doing community. We was just telling bro, like, man, you start doing it too. T-Rail, he's like a real planner though. He like, I'm gonna wait for the right time. He wants the best. Like, he's gonna try to do the thing. We call him Coach T-Rail now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll wake up in the morning, he coaching us. He like, look, we gotta get on that phone, everybody, we gotta be on one accord. And like, his dreams and where he wanna be is way higher. So he's putting the extra pressure on everybody else. So everybody's stepping up like, hey, we gotta do this. We waking up and like really getting to it and shit like that too. So bro really doing this thing. Like, I may have cracked it off, but bro was like, he inspired me to go harder than what I'm doing as well too. Feel me?
Yeah, well, I fuck with Rail. I was kind of mad that Death Row.
One? The fuck you mean? They're the greatest, man.
Nah, hold on.
I
gotta say something about that.
I'm not doing
I don't give a fuck where I'm at, man. Fucking wrong.
I gotta say something about that.
Hold on.
Let's have this argument.
I gotta say something about that though. Death Row wasn't a crew.
It wasn't.
Death Row was
Niggas
not
was a crew.
Bro,
All these niggas hated each other at some point, bro.
They was not a crew, bro. Think about it.
Suge killed
Wu-Tang was a crew.
Pac dissed Dre.
What?
Dre left Snoop.
It was
like,
a
yo,
label. Death Row was a label.
Hey.
Death Row was a
My
label.
nigga, if there was a crew, that's a fucked up
Y'all
crew.
sound like sore losers.
So who
No, we not.
Who y'all think is the best crew then?
Huh?
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang is a crew.
Wu-Tang.
All right, look. Let's
facts.
break it down. You got crew. You got Method Man. There's a crew, a whole crew.
Yeah.
Now, when you think of Death Row, that's a label. You had Pop, Snoop, who else?
Dre. That's it.
That was a crew. No, that's not it.
You gotta
think
put
about it.
respect
That's
on
not
Dog
Y'all gotta
Pound.
talk to BT.
Put
who
respect
created
on
the
Dog
record.
Pound.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, Dog Pound. All right.
Come on, man.
But let's be
Dog
honest.
Food is one of my
Pound was a
favorite
crew,
albums.
though.
They did
Dog
not put
Pound was a
Dog
crew.
Pound in the picture.
All right.
They did not put
Think
Dog
about
Pound in the
that.
picture.
Now,
I can't say nothing about that.
Pound,
But let me
Dre,
pick-
Pac,
Corrupt,
Suge.
Dash, they're
Snoop.
Wait. Okay, listen. Crew, group, label. This is where BET fucked up.
Bro.
Crew. A crew.
It's Wu-Tang.
No, that's a group. A crew is Eric Sermon, Parrish. What was the name?
Def Squad.
Def
Def
Squad.
Squad.
That's a crew. Bunch of
Wu-Tang
different groups.
is still a crew,
Stop.
man.
Let me finish
Wu-Tang
it.
is a crew, son.
That's a group. One big group, all doing albums together. Label.
That's Wu-Tang too.
Let me
Wu-Tang.
finish.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole fucking label, Death Row. My whole problem with the whole thing is I thought all the criteria is fucked up. It should have been Death Row versus
Bad
Rockefeller.
Boy or Bad Boy.
That's a label
Or
versus
Cash
Label.
Money or
Right.
something like
or
that.
Cash
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Now we talking.
I can agree with that.
Y'all
As
won
opposed-
because we was in LA. Let's
Facts.
give it a buck.
No.
Y'all won because we
No,
was in
real
LA.
talk. They call Snoop. and they was like, "Yo, Snoop, can you help
Nah,
out
ain't
the
about to
ward?"
cap.
All the
Ain't about to
theory.
cap over here.
This is all in theory.
Keep it up.
Look.
Yo.
I think the criteria was like, okay, look, I fuck with Wu-Tang, you feel me?
Right.
As a West Coast nigga, and younger as I am, I really started getting into that shit once I seen the Hulu show. That I started respecting and shit
Oh, yeah, I
like
wasn't
that.
fucking with it before.
Nah, I wasn't listening to that shit. I'm gonna keep it G with you.
Right.
Method Man and Redman, for sure.
Really?
How high and all
Oh,
that.
okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the
You ain't fuck with the purple tape?
The Rockwaller.
Microphone checker, yeah, that all that.
You ain't fuck with the purple tape?
I don't even know what the purple tape
Purple
is.
tape. That's
What?
Bro, stop. You stop. Stop.
Oh, we can't do that,
How many
bro.
Dog Pound albums you got?
How many Too Short albums you got?
Exactly.
See, stop. You can't stop.
I was saying, if I tell you about dog food, you probably ain't gonna know what dog food is.
That album is
That's
fire.
that's one of my
it is.
favorite
Corrupt
albums.
and Dash. That was a fire ass album.
Come on, man.
This after they kicked the buildings.
How's y'all feel about that though?
That shit.
It
That
was
shit
before.
was. That shit was
It was
ass.
before.
That video is
That's
crazy.
classic.
That's why I got shot up. That's why the video shoot got shot up.
Hey, look, I
And
understand.
they won. Look at that.
I understand.
Won. They
Who
won.
won?
That. Death Row won.
Yeah.
Nah, shout
But
to them,
that's a
shout to them,
crazy
though.
crew. Like, yo, how is this the example of a crew? We think that one of the members killed the other one. This one jumped ship on the crew. Like, yo, that's a horrible example of a crew, son.
Didn't Wu-Tang know the opening scene of the Hulu show?
It's a
Had their
Hulu show,
issues,
bro.
but RZA kept them together no
Yo,
matter
I'm
what.
just saying.
I'm just saying.
You can't move the goalposts.
But these niggas dropped like 15 albums before you knew there was a
You
problem
think
with them.
Suge could have kept everybody together like RZA did?
Fuck no.
RZA was a master.
But look, I can't speak on how everybody else did. When I met Suge, the nigga was solid. He was helping putting people in position.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think it was more like, we gonna kick the door down since they not giving us no opportunities and shit like that. And he became the villain of the West Coast and shit too. Cause you gotta remember, them niggas was young, bro.
Yeah.
They was 19, 20 years
No,
old,
I gotta
21
give it-
years old and shit.
I watched that. I watched the Suge Knight documentary, and it's I don't really people like to call people bullies and shit like that. I feel like that just be a pussy nigga way of saying that stay away from that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, but in reality, nah, real talk. In reality, when we talking about success and the level of not complete independence, but running your own company, being an executive in this music industry, Suge Knight's name should be top 3.
Sure.
Yeah. I
Top
agree
3,
with that.
easily. And I feel like with the power that he had, they say absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Maybe he might have got a little big-headed, maybe things might have got a little bit out of hand, but what he was doing as far as like a black entrepreneur, off the scale. Nobody's done that since, as far as I know.
Mostly what I hear from him, the downside always sounds like ego. Sounds like sometimes your ego gets carried away. You start thinking that you can, and then when you get to a certain level, they say money reveals you. It doesn't change you. It just shows who you actually are. So if you start pissing on people and shitting on people, and I don't mean literally pissing on, but even though that's the
People
That's
do
what
that
they
too,
say.
though.
Beat
Right.
niggas up, leave them in the closet for like 2 days.
if you start disregarding people, treating
Yeah.
people foul, treating people fucked up, then you only putting smut on all the other good shit that you do. And
Right.
now your good shit has to outweigh the shit that you're doing when you're in power.
Right.
And the problem is that who you are with power is who you actually are. Who you are without power, that's you in survival mode. You're doing whatever. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, I got you. No, give me 2 minutes. I got that for you. No, if you just give me a minute, I can do it. I can pull it off. No, just give me a minute. All sounds good when you ain't got no power. When you up, yo, fuck out. I ain't doing it. Now what? Matter of fact, you do blah 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 blah. That's who you've always been.
Nah, I don't think that's how it turns out, bro. I
Oh,
think
nah,
when
nah.
you're in power, you just become the victim of everyone's want to believe that there's something wrong with you.
That's not true.
That
That's
is
not
true. That is
not-
true.
That can be true, but that's not 9 times out of 10
But
what you see.
I'm telling you, on an uncanny level, when you look at black men who've become very successful in America, like my nigga, they locked up Bill Cosby over 40-year-old pussy, bro. Like, come on, son.
He just got a new charge.
Just being real. the shit don't make sense. You know what I mean?
Don't.
But people will want to
That's a weird
believe
example.
something. Oh, he's so successful. There gotta be something wrong with him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's because there's something wrong with all of us. All of us have something that we've done that's
but
foul.
not
But like
with
I
the
said,
shit that they saying, nigga. They said I'm Illuminati. I be fucking
That's
with y'all,
'cause you keep
but
doing
I'm not
this.
Illuminati.
Can't do
you
that.
keep doing the
Yo,
hell.
this is unity. This is Trinity,
You
my
be
nigga.
asking
Like,
for it. You keep doing
I'm
this.
from
I'm saying,
Brooklyn,
you know
nigga.
what? This podcast,
You know how many
this
pictures
podcast
I
getting
took
too
with
successful.
Jamaicans doing this shit?
You
bro?
can stand there
Like,
and do this.
what you talking
Unity.
about?
Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
now I'm starting to think these motherfucking leather chairs, black
That
on.
nigga feel a little Illuminati.
That nigga Mac, man.
Welcome to
We welcome you in. No, but real talk, like, but there's like extensive videos of like classified idiots just coming up with all different types of theories on how I'm part of the Illuminati now.
Yeah, stupid narratives.
And I'm just looking at this shit like these niggas will make up every excuse to not be successful. Like it's like I grinded to get to this position.
Okay,
we're not under nobody. This
No,
is an independent entity.
let
What are you fucking talking about? Like
I would take that as a compliment.
I don't take
Because
it
he be
as a
like, you know
compliment.
what? They doing so good that it gotta
that
be
it gotta be
something else.
something.
I
Right.
get it.
That's
But I hate that that's usually where people go. Like when Jay-Z was on top, there's all types of rumors. Oh, he's gay, he's this, he's that. Like, why does it have to be that? Why do people have to believe something negative about you when you reach the top?
because it doesn't, because power doesn't come, power, influence, money, etc. It rarely ever comes clean. You're not running from Illuminati. That's not your
No.
crutch. When I'm having conversations and your name comes up, you know what you're running from? And you're not even running, but you know what comes up? You know what the smut is?
What?
He punched people. He's violent. He does this, that, and the third. That's what comes up about
Now I
Mac.
run a talk show.
When it's Jay, when Jay was on top, what's the
Right.
first thing they shot at him? No, he's an ex-drug dealer.
Yeah.
He's an ex-drug dealer. What does he know about this, that, and the third? That's the smut that you're trying to. Whereas when it comes to families when it comes to some of the more popular families who are like American royalty, everybody overlooks the fact that they all started out as criminals.
That's a fact.
Tons of them started out as criminals. Rockefeller was a bootlegger. Shout out to
Bloomberg. Read his book. He was breaking. I don't even get into it.
Rockefeller sold
Like-
the crack and heroin of his day. It was liquor. It was outlawed by the government. They were selling that shit. And he was selling it hard body. They caught Capone selling that shit. The only thing Capone didn't get loose from was his taxes. And you know what taxes? He didn't pay the right person. You didn't pay the right person to do his books good enough. But they busted him doing. Everybody who comes to power, nobody gets there clean. There's going to be somebody who has something to say about everybody. I've done business with people and I've given the money back. I didn't do the job good. Here's the bread. Here's everything you paid me. Forget about the time I spent. Here. I just don't want to hear it. You got it. I didn't do it. Here. Still had to hear about it like 2-3 years later.
A lot of these niggas is insecure because they didn't make it.
And they leave out
And
the
see-
fact that I gave them the bread back.
And that's why I think it's more of an excuse.
Yeah, that's so they
people's
insecure.
failures.
They
Sure.
failures, so
It's
they
easier-
want to
it's
throw their
easier to
failures
say
off on you.
It's easier to say you gay, you had to do something to make it that way, and that's why I'm not in the position that I'm in.
It's insecurity.
Niggas don't want to
That's-
work hard though.
That's true
Yeah.
too.
They don't.
Or they didn't get the opportunity. Some
Yeah,
of
they
them didn't get the
insecure because they
breaks.
didn't make it. How
Opportunity
he
was
made
always
it and
there,
I
though.
didn't.
But everybody gonna always have their opinion on somebody who they don't know. The difference now is that it's just the evolution of technology and trolls and people are able to make their own.
It don't even be
videos
an opinion.
and
It
stuff
just
like
be
that.
hate. It don't even be an opinion. It just be straight hate.
It's any black person who threatens the infrastructure of what existed already or what is in existence is automatically going to be a threat. And they're going to paint
Bingo.
a narrative of you to make you look crazy at any moment. And when you start to evolve into that power, Suge for an example, right? Suge was all about independence, about putting people on, this, that, and the third. Yes, he had certain ways that he would go about it, right? To make sure you understood what the fuck he was saying and that you took him seriously because you didn't take him seriously before. But now the narrative that's going to come out about him from the powers that be is going to be like, he's a bad guy. He's a villain. You need to shut him out. We need to put him in jail. We need to get him the fuck out of here.
You know
And
where
that's going to happen with any black
you know
man
where
that comes
Suge
into
went
power
left?
or woman.
Suge went left at the Source Awards when he decided to diss Diddy. You
That was-
up.
You think that's where it started?
That was gangster though.
I know for a fact.
like
It was gangster.
That was gangster.
Of course, y'all from LA. Y'all like that shit.
I
I
like
know
that.
for a fact because that was like one of the purest examples of hate that you can find. Diddy wasn't even dealing with you on no business level, on a personal level. And
Nah,
you
he
just-
was. They was friends.
not in public.
The East Coast nigga would say that though.
Did he?
Wow, really? I'm saying that because I'm.
But they was friends.
But the
before that.
the problem is like when you hate on somebody, that's where I think his perception started to go like, yo, everybody loves this dude, and you mad at him, and you won't even say why. You just shitting on him at an award show, and that has nothing to do with anything. He's literally not doing anything to you when you picked his name out of a hat because he's up.
I don't think he
And this
just
is the
picked
guy
his
you
name
said.
I
out
don't
of the
think it
hat.
was. I don't think it was because he was up though.
I'm telling you what the
Nah,
perception
nah,
is. I'm
nah,
not telling
nah.
you what
Yeah,
it
the
actually
perception.
was. I don't know.
It wasn't
I'm just telling
because
you what
he
it
was
looked
up.
like.
It's just typical light skinned nigga shit.
Why you pointing to me?
Man.
Nigga, look at me though. Fuck you, man.
I just felt like this. I'm just saying, you light skinned niggas be hating, man. Y'all light skinned niggas be hating.
I think it's
man.
because Bad Boy was buzzing at the time. It was on the East Coast, and Suge had LA, and Death Row was buzzing over there on the West Coast.
Suge is selling more records because he's that area is bigger. You selling more records, you making more money, and this dude's getting all the love. This dude's getting all the press. But
Big said
can
he
sell-
wanted to sell
you can
records
sell-
like Snoop.
But you can sell tons of records on the West Coast. The problem is the East Coast is the media capital.
Right.
So all the press is here. All
Right.
at that time especially. All the record labels, all the networks, all the magazines, they're all
Right.
based over here.
Right.
So of course he's everywhere. And it just looked like wild jealousy. Now that's what it looked
Nah,
like.
but look, but you
That's
gotta
only
understand
what it
too.
looked like.
You gotta understand too. They was trying to start the Death Row East. So I feel
remember
like
that.
they was like, you know what? We gonna push up and take over the East Coast. And who's the biggest in the East Coast?
Big.
Puff and Big in them
Right.
was. So if they take them out, we got full reign over
And
here
that
on the
just
East
sound
Coast.
like hate. Like instead of
Yeah,
working,
that
ain't
sound
hate.
like
It's
not hate.
that sound like hate, bro.
Nah.
Hell
That's
yeah, we trying to
That
take
just
them
sound
out,
like hate.
and
That's
then
like-
we could take
that's-
over.
Nah, if you looking at it like war, it's like, look, they
Why
got all
is
that
it war?
capital
Why
over
is it
there.
war?
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
fighting
kill
with
these
you.
niggas.
Why is it war?
That's war.
Why though?
Why is it war?
Well, it shouldn't be war, but it's still war.
But why?
What we spread love,
Look,
niggas.
and-
You want me to say because it's hate?
Yeah,
Alright,
Super.
so
Puff wasn't trying to
keep
do
it
Bad
honest.
Boy with
I'm
hate.
gonna keep it 100. You know what would have been a better idea than that
Puff
if they
wasn't trying to
wanted
do
the
that.
East Coast market? A Tupac and Biggie album.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
That
how
would've been
ill
crazy.
That would have been. Oh my
Big
God!
would have been with that.
That'd have been
Big
crazy.
and spread
Split it down.
love,
Big,
nigga.
Big would have been
Big
with
would've
that. I believe Big would have been with that.
Right.
Pac wasn't going.
Produced by Easy Mo B. Let Easy Mo B do the whole thing.
Him and
Oh
Dre.
my God! That
No,
would.
Dre.
Him and
Oh,
Dre.
and Dre.
Oh,
And
shit.
Dre. Yeah, hell yeah. That would have been crazy.
That would have been
There-
a monster.
Oh,
So
fuck.
there's no.
But this is my thing. Like, why is it we get to this point and it has to be some sort of clash or competition?
Because we believe the resources and blessings are finite, and we've been taught through years and years, hundreds of years, Jim Crow, the whole shit, that they only let one nigga through at a time. And for me to be the guy, you have to go. And we're the only genre that does that. The Rolling Stones didn't say that the Beatles needed
Right.
to get the fuck out of here
That's
for the
facts.
Rolling Stones to be
It's
there.
real.
Facts. They don't even do a top 10 list.
Aerosmith. No, they do it, but Aerosmith didn't have to say to the road, yo, y'all got to get the fuck out of here for us to get up. Like, no, we're the only genre that does that, and it's because we've been led to believe that they're only gonna let one through at a time. So your time needs to be up, so I can get on, and you got to get out the way.
Imagine what the
That's
game
why.
would have been
Right
like
on.
right now if Big and Pac was still here. It'd be
Completely
crazy.
different.
It'd be different.
Completely different. Big Pop, Pun, Big L,
Of course, Big
Big
L.
L was cold.
Hell yeah.
and fucking
So-
Jam Master J. Those guys still alive. The whole and Heavy D. Those,
And,
the
and
landscape
we got to throw in
completely
there
different.
Nip too, Nipsey too. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because he
100%.
But Nip was already moving. Like Nip was.
Nip had a
Nip-
lot of
Nip
love out
had
here.
that-
Yeah,
in
he
this
was
city,
doing
Nip had it.
in this
Rest in peace,
city, Nip
Nipsey.
had a lot of love, son.
No, the East Coast love Nip.
Like
Nip
East
was-
Coast, we
Nip was
love
a
Nip on this
throwback.
side.
Nip was a throw. Nip is like
Shout out to Wink.
you know how they say there's certain basketball players who could have played in the '90s with Jordan, et cetera, et cetera.
He was one of
Nip
them.
could have been. Nip was one of them dudes who could have back in the golden. He'd have
Right.
and he'd have shined. He just shined
We
that.
all felt it when Nipsey passed. We
Hell
felt
yeah.
it. We felt it when Pac passed. Y'all was
Facts.
celebrating though. That's fucked up.
When who the?
Y'all was celebrating.
I was a baby.
I wasn't even
Okay.
alive yet.
I don't even remember. But I can tell you when
She
Nip
said I was a
died,
baby.
Yeah. Everybody felt this.
fact that when Nip died, everybody from LA, including enemigos of his
Every
and everybody, every hood went and marched and walked together. You know what I'm saying? That is, I would still to this day, you will never see no
not
shit like
happening.
that.
Because Nick
in
was
LA.
on some spread love shit.
Yeah.
That's why he was on the East Coast
Everybody
going
loved
crazy.
Nip.
How long did the unity last?
Probably 2 weeks.
Ain't that a bitch?
Sad, but
No,
even
I feel like
even that 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, that's still like it's amazing to see that because you don't see that, and even having his funeral at the Staples Center,
Yeah.
like that's big.
That was crazy. That was
That's crazy right there.
But it's crazy. I'm annoyed that his funeral was at the Staples Center, but none of his concerts was.
That's a fact.
I mean, but unfortunately, our people, everybody give you attention when you gone,
yeah.
Right.
and who's to say, you know, Pac and Biggie and everybody else would be as big as he is right now if they didn't die at the time that they died.
Jada said it the best. Dead rappers get better promotion. It's a
Well,
fact.
let's
We
change
shouldn't
that.
have so much proof of that.
Let's change that.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Listen, I want everybody to like just find that part of you that wants that type of change. You know what I mean? And it starts with all of us. Support the artists that that you want to support, the artists that you believe in. Don't follow the trends. Don't think, oh, he's not that popular. Stick with him. Like, support. Be a real supporter. I miss the fans. I miss the real fans. Everybody's a fucking critic now.
Real shit.
I just saw a blog with these guys they're starting a new podcast. But they got an episode criticizing other podcasts. Like, it don't make no sense. It don't make it's like the dumbest shit in the world, bro. Like,
Hate
I
gets
just
more
don't get
attention
it.
than love.
Well, that's hate though.
That's it.
But that's hate.
But y'all don't see like right now with the 50 years of hip hop thing happening, a lot of great rappers and artists that we grew up on are getting their flowers.
yes.
But that's
Right.
not. Go ahead.
That's
I
not
didn't
what.
mean to
No,
cut you
good.
off.
See,
That's
Say
not the generation that he's talking about.
no, I know, but it's what's happening now, and it's
Right.
probably gonna set the tone for moving forward in the future.
I
feel
would-
like
I
the
would
artists
love that
now
to
are
be the
getting.
case.
Listen, I went to like 3 different 50th anniversary concerts,
Mm-hmm.
and I would never believe at my age, at 40, I see Buckshot Shorty,
Mm-hmm.
I see Smith and Wesson, I see this person, like everybody screaming every fucking lyric.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? They being celebrated. Sure, there's more artists that need to be celebrated, but to see that now, it's like, yo, they getting their flowers while they still alive, and it's on big stages.
Right.
Even with Rock the Bells.
Shout out to Rock
Like
the
that's
Bells.
the shit that we don't think about. It's like they on a platform and they getting their flowers. And then things like this, podcasting. We have guests come up here and we speak to them and we tell them how much we appreciate them, how much we love them.
Right.
We go get them.
And
yeah,
that
we go get 'em.
spreads. to
I
the
tell
viewers.
people all the time, I got here showing love. I was in a culture that it was all about tearing another person down for years, and it didn't bring me the level of success, not even close. I don't think there's anybody still in that culture that's remotely close to this level of success
Right,
because of the positivity that we spread,
right.
and because of how negative certain shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Here's hoping it lasts longer than that 3-week stretch that Nipsey's funeral, bro. Like
He said 2.
he said 2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks, but
Here's hoping it lasts.
like y'all was saying, this is empowering.
Right.
Yeah.
Really. Because think about it. When all of us, we all from different generations, stuff like that. When does a guy from the West Coast get to come sit down and talk to men from the East Coast? You know what I'm saying? And really learn and get some real game. We don't get to have real conversations with each other like that.
Well, if you're fucking with us,
Yeah.
I can't speak for them.
We the spread love niggas, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but look, just look at the Biggie and Tupac situation and look at now. When motherfuckers come into town, everybody is embracing. When y'all come in town, we embracing and stuff like that. And we having conversations like grown men. And now it's just bringing the power and showing like, you know what? We could be bigger than whatever everybody else think, because they gonna always put that stigma on us. So always gotta look at each other and be like, you know what? Even when we get mad at each other, there's a lot of motherfuckers that's watching us. And it's not a lot of people that got these opportunities right now to even be sitting right here too. So we can either act like niggas or we can act like real gentlemen at the end of the day and empower our community and make that shit shake. So that's what I'm on.
That's real shit.
I be mad as a motherfucker sometimes, but I be like, you know what? I got little kids watching me. I got people that's gonna pattern behind me and stuff like that. I can either lead them the wrong direction or I can lead them to a bankroll that's gonna change their whole family life and that's gonna save multiple people going forward though.
That's a fact.
Y'all don't think the fans are responsible for a lot of divisions that happen?
A lot of the what? Division?
Yeah, people being divided.
No,
Because-
I do to a certain extent.
Because
To a certain
like how
extent.
y'all was saying that it's people at the top and they competing with each other. But in some instances, journalists is creating this division. The fans is creating stuff. We was at a platform where they would be making up stories and all kind of stuff, and
You was on the Joe Budden podcast? I'm sorry.
There you go.
it's creating it'll create
Bye-bye.
it could create internal beef.
Right,
Even
right.
I have a problem with top 10 conversations
Right.
where journalists will say, oh, this one or that one, who gotta go, this one or that one. That could create division within the fan base.
But
And then that could spill over to you.
No, I get that because I do feel like certain artists to read the comments and they get stared by the people who are instigating situations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even like, let's say somebody I had an issue with a while ago, whatever happened. They wake up one morning, we good. We made peace with whatever. They wake up one morning and they see a comment and my name is in it. They hate me all over again instead of looking at that comment like, okay, that's some negative shit you trying to keep alive. It's like, you know, people's pride and ego will come into play. That's the problem.
But those same niggas in the comments have the ability now to create content about you, write a headline, and then your fans is going to look it up, and now they thinking that this stuff that they saying about you is true.
Thank God for Hoffa gang. They be shitting on them niggas.
That's
You
the
gotta,
thing.
you gotta think about it though.
Y'all love y'all. Y'all be shitting on these niggas.
If
Love
it can even affect you, then you probably actually really feel like that in real life.
Right.
So a lot of people really have, you know, ill feelings and stuff like that. They just not gonna say it. And when, you know, a lot of times people got their emotions they can see on their face. I'm one of them people too. You gonna know when I'm mad. You gonna know when I ain't. Yeah, I ain't cool with something, and you get up in there. It's truth to that.
Right.
A lot of motherfuckers, everybody want to be number one. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about what you willing to do to be number one. No, are you willing to tear down the next person to be number one? Or if you look at those comments and shit like that, like especially where we came from, you see shit every fucking day, and then you will wake up in the morning, you looking at shit, and they'll fuck up your
They in
whole
your
day.
DMs.
They trying their best.
First of all,
Then your boss sending it to the group chat. Look what they said about you here.
it depends on what your morning ritual is. I got a ritual in the morning. I'll touch my phone for the first half hour. And if I do, playing something positive, playing affirmations, I'm reading off my list. Once I got that locked into my mindset, all the other shit is like, my shield is already up. So that shit gonna bounce. Anytime I don't do that though, yeah, that's when I walk in here and y'all be like, yo, Math, you good? You all right? You straight? You good?
See, I
Somebody pissing your cereal.
ran into the darkness. I'm just like, you know what? Let me see how much crazy shit that I can see and see how much I can take. And if I can take all of that, it ain't nothing that nobody can write about me that can make me or affect me any type of way. So now when I see shit now, I laugh at it. I might even comment to the shit or DM a motherfucker want some positive shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Because all they want is a response.
They want a response.
I don't do that. I
They
tried
get
doing
nice.
that.
I told you that
Hold on,
shit.
hold on. I tried doing that.
You can't hide it though.
I tried doing that. There was a channel, again, I don't know.
Don't even shout it out.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But they was talking crazy. And I donated the channel. I said, listen, man, I got here through positivity. Negativity ain't the way. Let's let that go. And this channel spent the next 6 months making up stories about me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, I want my fucking donation back. What the fuck did I do?
You wanna know what's crazy
Call
for
the
me?
bank.
Yeah.
That made me strong when it came to that? I got a 4-year-old son. My son has autism. I watched a motherfucker take a picture of my son and cross his eyes out and say all type of mean shit when it come down to that. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing that, I still, you feel me, inside, enraged me like crazy and stuff like that though.
Right.
But I understand, like, as long as I put myself on the internet, people gonna try to do whatever they can to try to break you down. And if I can see stuff like that, and that don't break me, nigga, I'm meant for this shit. Ain't nothing nobody else can tell me.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what happens is that with this internet shit, podcasting and all that, you becoming a celebrity or whatever it is. Nobody gives you a book on how this shit goes. There's no playbook. You learn as you go with this shit.
Oh, you want the playbook? Let's make up the playbook right now. You ready? Y'all niggas ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro. 'Cause I've been waiting for this.
Anybody got a rule, just throw it out there.
Don't read the comments.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Don't, you can't read the comments.
Sometimes you gotta check the
Nah,
temperature.
you got to though.
Sometimes you gotta
You
check
read
the
the
temperature.
comments, man.
Okay, well,
Everybody
don't.
read the comments.
If you don't have thick skin, don't read the comments.
Don't read the
right.
comments.
I agree
No,
with
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
If you don't have
I'm gonna
thick,
tell you
if
why.
you don't got thick skin, don't be in this type of genre.
Business.
Don't do this
Yeah,
music.
that's a
Don't
fact.
do none of this shit at
Because
all.
there's
none of that.
Don't got
There's
thick
gonna be
skin.
good comments.
There's gonna be a
And
break.
those people love when I respond to them. They look like they're
I
avid
see you
supporters.
respond to comments, bro.
What do I say when
But
I
not
respond
negative
to a
ones.
comment? What do I say when I do? Last time I responded to a comment and said, all right, I'll bite. I got some time.
No, but you talking about
Everybody
the
get the
negative
moments.
stuff.
No.
But you can't say you don't read no
The
comments,
peop-
Mecca.
when,
You
I,
do.
when I get a comment,
Facts.
it's from somebody who told me, yo, such and such is shouting you out. And I go, oh, okay, cool. And I go, look, somebody texted me. Bro, I make it a point not to read none of that shit. Like, ever.
You don't read like one or two of them? Maybe three?
I like literally every comment on my page because you showed up. I don't know what you said. You might have said something cool. You might have said something foul. I like
Nah,
Just
Meg, you
hit it
gotta
like-
read that. If a
No,
nigga say
yo,
something
don't.
foul,
Yo,
let
let's-
me tell you exactly why I don't focus on comments. When I was working at the Source, I used to my job was the letters. Remember those letters that used to come in?
right.
I saw the foulest shit ever from people who did not know who they were talking about. Like, you don't know.
Oh, you traumatized.
Nah, no, I just know what it is. Like, I know that 3 words: misery loves company.
Facts.
Now, if you have that in your mind when you start, bro, you are miserable. You looking for somebody to be miserable with. You just inviting everybody to the party. And there's always a club ready to let in a D-list celebrity.
There's niggas that just want to crash out. They want you to crash
That's
with them.
9 times, like she already told you the major key. We as creatives and creatives out there get validation in different ways, right? Somebody tell me they like a song that I A&R, that's my validation. One of my peers step to me and go, yo, that shit was fire. That's my other podcasts check for us, come from the West Coast, come sit with us, they want to fuck. That's validation that we get. If you're not in a creative space and not willing to do creative work, you still want the same applause, you still want the same kudos, because we raised a generation full of people with entitlement. So even though they don't deserve it, they still want it. So what's the fastest way for me to get validation? Well, one of these motherfuckers who's already validated, let them say something to me.
Right.
Good or bad, because all attention is currency now.
Right.
All attention is currency. Attention is the new currency. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. It doesn't matter if you're famous or infamous. It's all attention. It's all currency.
Right.
So if I'm paying you attention, I am paying you attention. You're giving them bro, and I am, pardon me, this is going to sound fucked up. I'm way too indifferent to humans for that to be something that I'm thinking
Nigga
about.
said humans. Nigga said God.
That's that Aries
Where the fuck
energy.
you- where the fuck
That's that
you-
Aries
Where the fuck
energy.
you from, Mac? Like, God.
I use it as data though.
Yeah.
If a general, you know, like this is new, just podcasting in general. It ain't no rule book.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can look through them comments. Yeah, it may seem bad though, but if 75% of my audience say I need to switch up something, these the people that's coming to watch me in the first place.
Marketing research.
So,
Right.
all right, look, maybe I do need to go to the drawing board and be humble and say, you know what? I can switch this shit up and change and stuff like that. Now the hate, cool. Invite that shit, do that shit. I like stun on the haters though. Nigga DM me, nigga, fuck you. Nigga, I be driving my Benz and you know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't own that car. and your watch is fake. I'm like, hey, nigga.
Word,
and I do
right.
some more shit. And I keep doing it. Then after that, I'm like, you know what? Why is we even fighting and doing that? Nigga, come back and watch it next week. All right, bro. Cool. I didn't turn one of them motherfuckers. You feel me?
Yeah, because 9
Have
times
fun
out
with
of
the
10 they
shit.
want an interaction because
Yeah.
love. I don't think that people that hate you don't love you. I feel like love and hate is like this. Like
super close.
They super close. The difference, the opposite of love and hate is indifference. When you feel nothing. These are two extremes, and extremes are always gonna be close to each other. So most of the time, the people that hate you are just mad that they can't interact with you.
Real shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
That's what it is. I would say do read the comments, but don't focus on the negative. For every negative comment that you read a positive one out loud
And respond to that one.
and respond to
Say
that.
something to that one.
Put your energy towards that, not the other
If
shit.
niggas is hating on you because of your success, do everything to keep making them niggas mad.
Yeah, just keep
Just
working.
Don't let that be your
Nah,
motivation.
son.
Let the
Do everything to
working,
make them niggas
man.
madder, bro. Cause
Hold on. Black man, black woman, brown woman. I am not your enemy. We are not each other's enemies. I am not here to fight with you. I am not here to make you feel terrible. I'm not here to shit on you. None of that. As a black man, all black
light skin,
Yeah, we out.
orange, green.
I am not your fucking enemy. We have an
showing you
enemy.
love, bro.
You know who
Fuck
the
is wrong
enemy
with you?
is.
Yeah.
It's not the dude who lives next door to you in the same fucking situation as you. It's not the dude who maybe got a little bit of a leg up on it, and maybe he's a little bit up, but not really compared to the enemy. You know who your enemy is, and it's not the dude who looks like you. We are not your fucking enemy at all.
Preach,
Period.
man. Preach, man.
Let's walk out the door with that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Starting off.
But if you
I'm
made a
with
page,
that.
if you made a page just to troll me, True Glass. Motherfucker. True Glass. Suck it
That
in.
took like 3 seconds.
The problem-
That didn't even like just
Right.
switch.
She like, I know my enemies. I know my
You made the page just to come talk
He
shit
just
to me.
said something
True Glass,
completely
bitch.
positive.
I couldn't
and she
even
went
get
crazy.
Yeah, you
I
see
couldn't
what I'm
even
saying?
get the Nipsey 2 weeks, bro. I couldn't even get the 2 weeks.
That's there it is.
That shit was 20
He
seconds.
just said, "I'm not your enemy." She said, "Fuck that bitch."
The problem
You
is,
Almost.
the problem is we put ourselves on display
Right.
every fucking day damn near. And people find every single thing to nitpick and just watch you and okay, I wouldn't do that, so you're wrong. You're wrong for this, you're wrong for that. Now no one like my nigga, ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
None of
truth
us.
is, a lot
And
of
we
them
gonna
couldn't
fuck,
put
we
they-
gonna fuck
That's
up.
insecurity.
It's gonna happen though.
Yeah.
A lot of them
Insecurity,
couldn't
bro.
put themselves on display the way we do.
Hell no.
Yeah.
They think they can.
I think
That's
it's
the
a
problem.
necessary evil. I think it's necessary.
Necessary?
I think it's necessary. I think negativity is necessary to help you understand who you are.
Negativity is
But-
natural.
Yeah, it is natural. At the same time, learning from the negativity and doing something with it to make yourself better. That's what
That's
we're talking
something I
about right
noticed.
now.
There's been a couple moments in my life where I think about doing something really negative, and I get like this like my head will light up. I feel like this burst of energy in my brain, and I'll be like, "All right, you doing something wrong. Redirect it to something else." And whatever I redirect that shit to will be a success.
Exactly. The reason I say that is because when I was in solitary confinement, which is the negative of the negatives, is when I was at my fucking peak mentally and spiritually. I was in the worst situation ever
Right.
in life for 2 years straight. So being in that situation, I'm like,
That's
I
when you had
have to-
imaginary friends, right?
Exactly. My friend Jeffrey,
Yeah.
Amanda.
Right.
I had a friend named Gina. You feel me?
Okay.
But
I came to you years ago.
nah, but it forced me to look to do self-introspection.
Right.
So even with all of this stuff right here with podcasting and people making negative comments and all that, it's like, all right, you said, for instance, right? I said like somebody said in the comment I blink too much, right? And then the next episode I came with shades on.
Not negative shit.
I came with shades
Your
on.
eyes glued up.
Hey, nigga in the podcast.
Yo, did you watch
Eyes
that
eating
episode?
shit,
like
just
a
grinding shit out.
Nah, I mean that's a bad example.
You only do that when you don't got your glasses on, though. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I feel like it's necessary. Like in life in general as far as universal law. Everything can't be positive all the time.
Well,
There has to be a balance.
I don't think the natural state. This is getting too far, and I just said this on Mechanism Monday. I don't think the natural state of people is happiness.
No, it's not. It's negativity.
I think it's indifference. I think it's right there in the middle,
agree with that.
and it's a matter of what you do afterwards. And I think happiness is a verb.
No, there's studies.
It's not a state. I think happiness is a verb. No,
There's studies. People are naturally negative.
Even off the studies,
Yeah.
I think your natural state is indifference. Your environment, your mental space, that determines which way you go. Which is why negative gets so much attention because it's more of a common field.
No,
more of a common field.
It's more of an outside the norm.
Well, I think negativity is the norm.
It depends
I
on
just
your. I
think-
think it depends on your upbringing.
I said
Right.
environment.
Yeah.
Your environment, how you raised. But I think what most people get fucked up is we all think that we're supposed to be happy all the time. And when you're not happy, something's fucked up. Something's wrong. I don't think you're supposed to be happy all the time. I think happiness comes as you get what you can negotiate.
In moments.
It comes chasing your purpose, satisfaction, happiness, having a child. They take their first steps. They say their first words. They do this. They happy. But every state in the middle of that is not just joy all the time.
No, it's not.
But because we raise children who become adults who think that they're entitled to happiness nonstop, when they're not happy and see somebody else is happy, it almost feels offensive. Why do you get to be happy and I don't? You're not better than me. Why you get to be happy? You look happy. Meanwhile, they're only looking at your highlights. They're only looking at Instagram. Instagram
Right.
is just the highlights.
Highlight
Dang,
clips.
that's
What I'm
gang.
showing you.
They don't know
Nobody-
you personally.
None of the
That's
missed
gang.
shots. None of the missed shots is on Instagram.
Make it to
so.
Instagram or YouTube. No, none of them bricks that you throw up. None of
Right.
them meetings that didn't happen. The call that didn't come back. The
not
business
gonna-
deal that
not
ghosted
gonna
you.
post
The
none of
one that
that.
went left. None of that shit. The paperwork that you signed that got you fucked up for the next 3
That
years. None
payment
of that
that
shit.
bounce.
The check that bounced. The girl that bounced on you. The dude that played you. None of that shit ever makes it to. Everybody's looking at the highlights. So if you think that everybody's supposed to be happy all the time, see somebody else happy, you get that tinge of jealousy. Just remember that day, yo, bro, you're just looking at the highlights.
You ever been in a situation where y'all was around a group of people that was super positive and happy and you felt awkward?
Yeah.
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 And that's what
happened
I'm
to me
saying,
before.
right?
Yeah.
Being in an environment with people.
Hold on, I want to ask the room. Were they white?
Yes. In my
mine was black.
my situation, it was black.
Yeah,
Mine was black female. That's you bitches is happy.
Yeah. And you
Yeah,
feel out of
It's
place.
nice over here.
You
Like,
feel out of place.
what's
What
going on?
about you?
See, I got to a point, and my mom told me stop thinking like that. I would like things great would start happening in my life,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, "Look, bro, like that."
Next
Kick the
dying.
shit out of it.
Next
Oh.
dying.
He's crying. Oh, he's crying.
Because he's thinking about times you was around happy people and you felt awkward. Why the fuck are y'all niggas so happy? Go ahead, Andy.
You're like, I gotta get the fuck
No,
out
it's
of
all
here.
good.
No, in my case, I knew I was happy. I was selling them cocaine all night. That's just what the environment was.
That's what's making me. That's what's making me
That's what you
laugh.
thinking about.
When I was in this spot and everybody was happy.
It was
All
high.
them niggas was on drugs.
Hey, niggas on drugs do be happy though.
Yeah, they do. Huh?
Hey, you ever drive and you see somebody pop locked in the middle of the street? And they got the biggest smile on their fucking face. You know what I mean? Real shit.
We see that in the
I be like,
city all the
damn, what
time.
is they every fucking time.
I felt awkward. Because I thought the cops was going to pull up. It's like, oh shit.
Right.
Everybody in here going to
Y'all
jail.
know what I'm talking about when it's that certain like it's a certain span of time, right? You see someone, you say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, yo, I'm Champ." Da da da. Well, all right, nice to meet you. Yeah, man. Yo, everything's great, man. I'm not. You just be like, all right, cool. Yeah, you let go.
You
of my
on
hand.
that shit.
Like,
Right.
you start like you going past that time span, bro. You only got 10 seconds with me. and I'm out.
But it's possible to feel like that without you.
That shit feels so awkward.
Yo, man, get that nigga a napkin, bro. Get him a napkin.
That nigga high right now.
He on
nigga
shrooms.
high.
Yeah, what you on? Hey,
You
Mac
too
on
happy.
shrooms.
I fuck with the shrooms though.
I already know.
I'm cool.
I bought some out here
Mecca
too. I
got
was
some of the
having
good
fun.
batch tonight.
I was having fun last
Get him
night.
something to try.
Mac, you had some of this,
Oh
Mac?
my God.
You had
Mac
some
don't
of
do
this,
drugs.
Mac?
I surely
do
don't. I
Mac don't
surely
do
don't.
nothing.
Oh,
like
that's
this.
But what you were saying
Oh no, I was
before,
gonna say. I was gonna say earlier though. My mom told me she stopped thinking about that because I was chopping up with her. I was like, Mom, things are starting to go too good. I'm waiting for something bad to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get to that point where it's like you so used to having trauma and getting to that point. Like usually when you get them highs, something
Yeah,
just
something.
comes.
Boom.
So I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm waiting for something bad to happen. Whether it's a death, whether I don't know what the fucking situation
What did she
is.
say?
Yeah.
She just said, no, just keep working and be happy. Like, don't even think about stuff like that. But it's fucked up that we
can-
conditioned to even
Yeah,
think like
because of
that.
environment and trauma and all
You
that
just
shit.
waiting for something to happen.
That's some summertime shootouts.
What's
Everybody
trauma?
having a good time there. Oh, shit,
shit.
no,
Yep.
Ricky, no.
But what's trauma?
It's crazy.
I mean, I can just remember almost every time that I felt like I was elevated in life, something crazy happened.
Trauma is scars you
Right.
can't see, right? But what's a scar at the end of the day? Scar is a representation that you're stronger than the thing that came to kill you. I think about that all the time. As bad as it can get, it's never gonna be that bad.
It's true.
I made it through before, I can make it through again. I was there when it all burned down. I was there when it was cold and nobody was around, just me. I survived that.
Yeah.
Whatever else you got,
And in reality, for
right.
everybody who's been through hard times or going through hard times, if you think about every time you've been in some shit like that, the consistency is you survive.
yep, right, exactly. You the common denominator.
So if you can get to the point where I know I'm gonna survive, it kind of takes the sting off of whatever's going on. And you start looking for the way out.
And it builds character too.
Yeah,
Builds character.
definitely.
That was one of my favorite Lupe lines. He said, struggle, another sign that God loves you. When I heard that, I was like, ooh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
What scares me is the fact
said
that,
Bill's
like you
character.
said, trauma is something that you can't see, right? Me coming home from prison and being out here, you know how much shit I had to unlearn that I didn't know that I was doing? That to the regular
Yeah, like
person.
when we went to dinner and you passed me the fork under the table, I was like, what?
Yeah, man, like
doing,
taking
man?
showers with my underwear on, like, man,
Got my shake on your hands just in case something jump off.
eating, if you watching me eat to this day, I eat like this.
he crowds his plate.
Yo, that's
Crazy.
crazy.
I've seen that.
You
He puts
better
the whole
show
arm
the
around the
whole
plate.
around.
I'm looking.
No, he puts his whole arm around the plate.
Like, we're gonna try to touch my food, man.
Yo.
But,
I don't know what's supposed to be laughing right now.
no, it's
Right, that was funny, right?
God, I ain't
Now, which one of you motherfuckers feel awkward?
Y'all feel funny?
Oh my
Wait till he
God.
turn around and be like, leave me alone, Jeffrey. Then you really be quiet.
Nah, it ain't that deep, nigga. It ain't that deep, nigga.
Gina, shut up! I'm telling him right now.
Nah, it ain't
I'm
that
talking to another Gina.
That nigga is stupid.
But this is what I want to say.
Hold on, let these niggas work it out.
Yo, chill out. Y'all niggas gotta chill, bro.
Y'all too fucking happy right now, man.
Nah,
I'm about to walk out this motherfucker.
You got this ball. This shit's contagious. Yo. You
feeling awkward,
contagious.
Chad? You feeling a little awkward?
It's fucking
That's
contagious.
crazy.
Too happy? You feeling awkward?
Yo,
Nah, but this is what I'm saying, right?
yo, son.
Thank y'all for catching up. Finally.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, right?
Niggas is
I'll give you a perfect
stupid, bro.
example, right? You know how bad I was with finances when I first came home from prison because I was used to being broke. That's some real shit. To all the ex-offenders out there and even incarcerated people, you know, you got your little phones or whatever, you be watching the show inside. Don't fall into the mindset of being broke because you're getting pennies inside the pen. And don't think that you can, and thinking that you can't come home and become rich. Like for a year straight, I struggled with that. And that's the trauma unseen. Like, how am I okay with having $200 in my account? Well, because I only had 10 cents in my account at one time. So I'm okay. I'm surviving. I'm fine. And it took me some time to snap out of that shit.
Yeah, but you snapped
You know what
out
I'm
of it.
saying? But that's what I'm saying about trauma though, like what you
Right.
said.
No, I'm
That
with
shit
you.
is real.
A lot of us are conditioned for misery. A lot of us are conditioned to live miserable circumstances, miserable day to day. A lot of us are conditioned for that shit.
I don't know.
It becomes safe
I
for
always
a lot
been
of
the
people.
type to be like, fuck that shit, nigga. We gotta find something better.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find something.
Something gotta something gotta give, nigga.
Notice I said a lot of us.
Yeah, true.
Not some people just be, and how you deal with the conditioning is different for everybody. Some people have a natural, nah, fuck that. Like, fuck. Some people have no, that's the way it is. I'm gonna make do. I'm gonna make the best it where this is. Some people just, it ain't never gonna get no better than this. And then there's variations. I've always been a kind of, it is what it is, but I'm gonna find a door.
Right.
There's a door here, so I just don't see it right now.
Figure it out.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm that kind of dude. It's fucked up. I hear you. Everybody else say, oh, it's fucked. I hear them, but I'm not paying attention to that. Like, I'm paying attention to the doors coming. To the point where I've let the door pass. Now, there's my trauma. I've let the door completely pass. I knew it was the door. The opportunity was right in front of me, and I knew if I walk through this door, everything's gonna change. Wasn't strong enough. Wasn't brave enough for everything to change. Because I was used to. It was good where I was.
Right.
I was satisfied. I was content.
No, you were used to that pattern.
And stagnation is not a state easily maintained.
No, it's not.
Stagnation is only for the dead, and they don't do it very well either. Everything changes, everything moves. And once I got used to that, it was like, here's the door. You know what I'm saying?
Run through it.
Run through.
Yo, listen, I forget who I was saying this to today. Uncomfortable spaces are where you grow.
Always.
There's no growth without that feeling of, damn, I don't know what's gonna happen, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no growth without that. You work out in the gym, you know that the muscle isn't gonna rip until you get to that trembling moment. And some of y'all scared of the trembling moment in your life. But that's the moment where it's gonna unlock everything. I remember something that Simba said that I kind of said, I'm gonna keep that one. He said, fear, everything you want is on the other side of fear.
I said that.
You said that?
Not you just
Nah, he said
credited
that.
You credited somebody else.
You credited Simba.
Cold.
No, Simba said it too.
I said
I'm
that.
pretty.
Shout out
We can pull
Simba.
up the
Shout out
clip.
Simba.
I mean, we can.
Shout out Simba. That's my guy.
I'll give you credit for it too, Mick, because it sounds like something you would
It's
say.
on the other side of being uncomfortable. It's on the other. Everything you want is on the other side of the thing you're too afraid to do, or you're shook about doing. Not understanding that you have to be terrible at something when you first started. If it's worth it, you're gonna be terrible at it.
That's a fact.
All of it: boxing, martial arts, podcasting, rapping, dancing, singing.
Selling drugs.
You're gonna
robbing
be
people.
awful at it
You're gonna be
at
terrible.
first. And if you can make do with being bad at something long enough to get good at it, that's how you get good. You have to be uncomfortable.
Wait, so I gotta ask y'all this question then, y'all two, because y'all were part of a institution, right?
Plantation.
Yeah, plantation. So
They ran away.
we can relate.
They ran away.
That's what the streets are saying. That's what the streets are saying. I don't know.
So being a part. What? You lost a tooth, nigga? What's up with you?
You all right?
No, I almost spit my water out. I'm about to be wearing my Avion right now.
Plantation.
So y'all,
That sound like
y'all
some slavery
being a part
shit.
of that institution or whatever, was there ever at any time when y'all was there ever y'all made this nigga some mushrooms?
Niggas is getting some butt at right
This
now.
nigga shrooms? This the most he laughed at any episode, yo.
The vibes are here, okay? West Coast really got good
I've seen him do
vibes.
this before.
Yo,
Shout out to Death Row.
this is what he did. Yo, Mega went like this.
Yeah.
Smack right now.
I look fucked up because y'all ain't hear that little slick shit he said a second ago. Just now.
What'd he say?
He said Adam Candy. He called him.
Oh my God.
Cali Candy.
If you watch Django, you know how funny that fucking was.
Leonardo DiCaprio. But
Go ahead,
anyway,
Champ.
y'all being in that situation at any time that y'all was.
pictured him in the suit. Didn't you?
He had the hair in that.
You trying to get out here with you?
Yeah, man.
That was science.
That's a classic though.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Champ.
Okay, so y'all being a part of that institution at any point at the commencement of y'all being there, was there any level of fear if y'all were to leave?
Of course.
At the beginning.
No, of course. Because
Why?
you gotta look at things too, where it's like, you know, we came into something that was already integrated.
Right.
So, you know, you easily see a lot of people leave that place and they don't get no type of traction or anything. So you don't know if the people are actually there for you or they just there because you were on this platform.
Right.
Just like certain artists, hey, they hot on that label, but if they get dropped from that label or, you know, they go their separate ways, is it going to translate when it comes like that? But, you know,
Kind of like Rory and Mal.
yeah, shout out to them too.
Yeah, shout out to Rory and Mal.
Yeah. But when you have a great support system and you can look and you got 5, 6 brothers saying, listen, we gonna push this shit together, even if we gotta take some cuts and bruises to get that shit, then we're gonna get to where we need to get to. So that makes it easier. It's not like a singular thing, like what if I leave? It's like, nah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of us leave, we're gonna be stronger together if we do our own thing and make stuff happen. So
Gotcha.
that's what made it more, you know, effective.
If you
But,
was
but,
on-
but
if
it,
you
but
was
it
on
depends
positive
on
time- my fault.
it depends on the connection that people have with you. Because I've seen situations where people are up and leave a show and nothing happens.
He is sick nigga.
My
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Man, that was crazy.
See murder. SEA murder.
You see how powerful we are when we stick together?
I'm getting the chairman.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Because I want to say they was definitely in the wrong.
Yeah.
But there was another group that did a mock video. A bunch of black people and white people that get along. And they did like a mock video by a pool and all that shit. It was funny.
Yeah.
Right. And that kind of brought me back to like,
Right.
all right, the problem here, it wasn't a race thing.
That
Even
had
though
to be a race thing, bro. It was a bunch of white people on one black man. That was some
from
race
the
shit.
outside looking in, yeah. If I'm looking,
That was a
and I'm
one-on-one fight, and then there was a bunch of white niggas that just rushed them.
like, right.
That's
So-
some racist shit, bro.
So it
There
got
wasn't one
activated, and
nigga that-
everybody else like this is a white man. There a bunch of white men jumping on one
That's
of the brothers.
Alabama too,
we gotta
bro.
stick together, right? But in reality, like, what we celebrating?
The fact that in Montgomery, Alabama, there's a lot of racial tension that happened there in the 60s, 70s, things like that.
Right.
So, and we've been so compassionate.
Right. I drive around
For
Alabama.
years,
I don't even
for
go through that
decades.
shit.
So now when something happens like this and we see one of our brothers getting beat on by 6, 7 white men.
It wasn't one black person that jumped in that fight and against that black person. Now, that was a whole bunch of white people that, even white women jumped on that black man.
What do you mean
That
there
was
wasn't
some,
no black people that jumped?
that was no black
he's saying
men
they didn't jump on the
help
black
the
man.
black man.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? There was a
But-
bunch of white people
But my thing
on
is
that,
my thing is that there's so much racial tension
in Alabama
in
too.
Alabama,
Yes.
in Montgomery specifically.
Right.
So it was only a matter of time before something would fucking happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see some shit like that. I mean, what would we do, right? What would we do if we seen that?
I wish.
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm jumping
Well,
in.
jumping
Honestly,
in, nigga.
Knocking one of them niggas
I'm
out.
sliding some shit.
I've been like, I've been waiting for this.
I'm gonna take some anger out.
Back.
All them bad comments.
Nah, but the good thing about that though, the good thing about that though, nobody died. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got their little licks in, whatever, but nobody died. No guns came out, no knives came out. It was just straight
And then they
up brawl.
arrested the right people. You see, they was arresting white people.
Well,
does
thank
it-
God, old girl
Chairman
that
too,
went in
though.
the water and all to
Word?
swim.
Chairman looked like he got detained though.
Well, I mean, but
He
yeah,
was he's the real hero though.
you whacking somebody
Chairman
with a chair.
and see murder.
Chairman and C murder.
No,
Word.
don't-
My
don't-
man said
Throwing the
It's
girl in the
serious.
water was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if she know how to swim. I don't know if the bitch got wings.
you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
No, but to
Adrenaline.
see another black man getting all that shit happen to him, and you like your first instinct is like, let me swim over there.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
Because
They probably could have killed him. You know what I mean? Like,
Nigga didn't even
I
take
was
his shoes
waiting to see
off.
how much energy he got when he hit the land.
he came out.
he
the water.
came out there.
No,
popping.
he was like,
Ringing
he's
out.
like, I ain't swim-
You gotta
I ain't
think about
swim
it
over
though.
here for nothing. We gonna
You gotta
fight
think about
somebody.
it though. He didn't analyze the situation, take his shoes off and his shirt and all that. That nigga seen that happen immediately. Dived in there with his shoes. He jumped out, took his shoes off,
Yeah.
and got cracking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. Think of what you would do in that situation. You
I'm
on
going
a
home.
boat.
You
On
going
a
home?
dock. You see a black man
You could
getting
have
jumped by
saved
5
somebody's
white
life.
Right.
What would you do, man?
I'm not hopping in no
Exactly.
rumble.
You done hit people for lesser.
I told you running from it.
You just gonna be like, ah, yeah. What would you do, Gina?
I'm going home. I'm not getting into no rumble.
What you mean?
We grown.
You could save
That
somebody's
shit
life
look like
though.
middle school.
Okay, so Gina,
You not
You
trying to help
see-
your sisters out?
you see,
It's enough of them. Look at me. I'm a buck. Come on.
You got help
You
though.
like you got
Yeah,
help.
I'm
or
not
throw a rock,
getting
you gotta
that.
throw a rock,
You gotta like your little
That
pocket.
you gotta
shit,
do something.
that shit look like the purge.
You could be like, break it up, break it
I'm
up.
not getting in it.
Throw a rock or something.
If it was your
do
family
something.
though.
Oh, we gonna get it cracking.
Okay, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that
But
It was
I'm
your
not.
peoples.
I'm not hopping off my boat on my birthday, getting in the water,
So you-
popping up. We all squabbling. No, I'm
You being
good.
selfish. You think about your
Bro, I'm
birthday.
fucking
Right.
out of here. No, I'm cool.
She ain't even calling the cops.
She like, yo, I'm
No.
not trying to
No,
be,
she like, you
I'm
ain't
not
gonna fuck
trying
my
to break
day.
a nail. I'm not
Did y'all
trying to
see
get
the
involved
dude
with none
took
of
a
that.
whole like picture and he was just chilling? That's me. I'm unbothered in the chaos. I'm good. I'm
Oh,
cool.
man.
That's
No,
her stuff.
no.
So in the
That's up.
60s, you'd have just been like, yo, all this
Y'all-
stuff y'all fighting for, I'm out
That
of
shit
here.
ain't my
She
problem.
like, Rosa Parks was tripping. She should have minded her business.
Now, is this gonna incite like more racial brawls?
Nah.
Don't speak. Don't speak
We don't
too
know. We don't know.
Let's
It's-
see.
You know they said
Because
that
the
there was a
same way
Trump
that
rally.
we're celebrating, you know the KKK
Somebody gonna be
somewhere
like,
goddamn niggers.
Yeah. I
Goddamn, we weren't
think
jumping.
it-
Those niggas embarrassed us in Alabama.
It depends on how much we as black people, we kind of overflex sometimes.
Try that in the small
But you know that
town.
And
They
I
said
feel
it
like
was
as long as much as we keep flexing and shit, somebody about to get mad.
Them
Niggas got
cocksuckers,
t-shirts.
son of bitches.
They talk about it's
Yeah,
the Cracker Barrel.
The Cracker Barrel nigga. Yeah.
They said it's a holiday.
Yeah, he may cause the racial tension for sure.
Yeah,
They said there was a Trump rally going on not too far from there. I
yeah.
heard on the radio this morning, they said there was a Trump rally going on not too far from there. And the white people's tensions was already high.
Because of the video though.
No,
'cause of the
because
Trump
there's
rally.
a Trump rally going on not too far from that dock.
They don't need no Trump rally. Don't need no extra gas.
And you see how they act,
I
Trump
think-
supporters.
Dave Chappelle, let's get them niggers.
Nah, I think white people, certain white people, they don't understand like there's a difference in culture. Like white people get mad, they fight. All right, man, okay, we got it, and then they walk away and shit like that. Like, I'm pretty sure they were like, nah, you got it, guys, you got it. Oh my God, you're not gonna stop.
they look
I
like
said
they-
time out, time out.
The white people look like they was with the
I'm
smoke.
calling time out.
No, they only with
look
the,
like they
they
was with
only
the
with the
smoke.
smoke.
I've seen
when they
it.
in packs.
You ever party in LES?
They
You'll
popped
see
it
it.
off though.
You'll
But
see
in
a
packs,
you'll see a
though.
white boy get wild, and then when shit get popping, he'll be like, time out.
You see how it was like
Time
20
out,
of
man.
them
What you
on one
talking
nigga.
about?
You know what I'm saying?
Right, but what I'm saying is that at the initial situation, it was a white dude that popped it off on the black guy.
But it was a pack of them though.
And then the rest
They
of the
thought he
team.
was, and look,
a pack of white people?
they thought he was alone.
Right, no, I get that. But what I'm saying is they popped it
They
off. So
wouldn't
we
have
have
did that.
every right to do whatever the fuck happens after you punch one of us in the face. You deserve whatever's coming to you.
But think about it when cops come involved. You know what I'm saying? Your skin is.
Yes,
yeah, but you seen what they did. They handled the.
It
from what
doesn't
I
matter.
seen,
I saw a
It
report
doesn't
saying a
matter.
black
When you
person
go
was the first
defend
that got
yourself
arrested.
now, it's like
Chairman got arrested.
Yeah.
He was
That
out
was the
there.
first person to get
I mean,
arrested.
it was obvious that he assaulted someone. Okay.
you doing your judo moves?
That
happened?
judo.
Hey,
know
Chairman,
what I mean.
next
You know
time
what I mean. I'm
use
sorry.
one of black-owned barber chairs to get cracking with that. You know what I mean?
That's a
With
murder
the real
charge.
leather.
That's a
Wow,
murder,
go
bro.
across
That's
the
a
head.
That's a
Definitely
murder charge. That's
Hey, yo, don't
definitely,
see me got
that's definitely
leverage.
attempted murder right
Hold on,
there, bro.
Hold on, real quick, because I see what Math is saying. There's a very big chance that what we were looking at was just a bunch of drunken assholes who decided to pop off on security.
Everybody wasn't drunk though, bro.
No, they've been on a pontoon. They in the
I don't
sun.
think everybody was
This
drunk.
guy
though.
was fighting with a beer in his hand.
Yeah, like they might.
Everybody
we might
wasn't drunk,
just
though.
be
Keep that in
looking at a
mind. The
bunch
first
of-
guy that rushed in,
They was
he had a
protecting their
beer in
own.
his hand.
Everybody.
Nah.
But let's not context.
There's a very big chance that maybe they didn't see a race thing. Maybe they just assholes and security. Fuck security. We doing what we want and on the white version. So hey, suck my dick.
Suck. No, they don't say
Jamal.
suck my dick.
Yeah, kiss
they be
my
like,
entire
they be like
ass,
suck
Jamal.
my cock.
Yeah.
Don't say
Yeah,
that.
it could be that. It could be that. We weren't there. We didn't hear nothing. He might be right. Maybe they were
Nah,
just.
they say suck my
They
cock.
be like suck my cock. Suck my cock.
He had asked the reason why we have the full video is because he asked them to move their boat so the other boat.
Yeah, no,
Right.
we
Can
know
pull
that
up.
part.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the fight may not have been racially
Racial.
motivated.
Right.
Maybe they didn't see a black dude and decide to jump because he's black. Maybe they were just like, fuck authority. We doing what we want.
No,
You're
but
a
that's
peon.
privilege.
Yeah.
No,
Who are you as a black security guard to tell
you,
me?
Chad.
I don't think if that was a
Thank you,
white
Chad.
security guard.
That thing.
Well,
It is
there
different.
was the white guy who was with the
privilege.
black
It was.
guy
You
who
say
got
that's white
punched.
privilege?
Yes,
I
it
believe
was.
it's white privilege
Yeah.
because this is what some white people do, not all of them.
Right.
Because I have white friends.
Right.
Some white people feel like if somebody comes and tells me to move something, to do something, and they in an authoritative fucking position,
Right.
they can fight against it and get away with it.
Yeah,
And now when you fight against it and you get fucked up, that's the way it's supposed to go.
there's a
because
saying.
you think you got a privilege.
There's a saying that sometimes we don't see things as it is, we see things as we are.
Okay.
So all of us watching that, we feel like, yeah, they're probably racist. They're probably, what if they're not?
It's Alabama.
We
That
don't
was
know
racist.
That's not what it looks
I'm
like.
gonna tell y'all why it's racist.
Alabama was racist.
Tell us why
bro.
it's racist.
The
Gina.
way old boy threw his head up, I knew that they had said 17 racial slurs before he threw that head up.
That
Did
nigga
y'all
said-
see the way?
Hey, that nigga said, that nigga said, I quit.
Somebody about a week ago.
I thought he was gonna hit the, you know.
And
He was like, I quit. Let's get cracking.
Yeah. He said, fuck this job,
comes
fuck
back
these
after
bills,
that.
and
fuck
he
this
didn't give a
cracker,
fuck.
one on, and then another cracker came, and another cracker came, and another. And
No, but
more
you know what I
crackers
really
came.
think? I think we celebrating it because it's so many times that we see our people go viral
That's
for the
a
wrong
fact.
reasons,
Right.
murders and stuff like that. Even though it's violent, you don't usually see our people jump into each other's defense
Right.
all the
That's a
time.
fact.
Straight
Shout to whoever that was swimming though. He get the
Hey, yeah.
shout.
Yeah.
Aquaman,
Junior,
aka
shout to him.
AKA C Murder,
Yeah, yeah,
AKA
yeah.
Scuba Gooding Jr., AKA Young Wave God.
That's right.
We
Shout to
out.
him.
Yeah.
He
That
gets
nigga
a
wasn't
statue.
He
having
took that
it.
very serious.
He wasn't having it.
SEA Murder.
And I guarantee you he'll say that was some racist shit. And that's why he got
It's the
involved.
same thing in prison, bro. When we see a white cop fucking with one of us, it don't matter what it is, bro. The brother could have told the cop suck his dick, whatever. We don't give a fuck. You put your hands on them, we know what's gonna happen. You're gonna probably try to kill them. So being in that confined environment, we jumping the fuck out you. We'll deal with the consequences later. We gonna make sure that man get back home to his family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the mindset with us when we see those type of situations.
Is-
That man got to get home to his family. He may have
Right.
kids, whatever the case may be,
Right.
and he's the same skin color as me.
Right.
Because if it was the other way around, they would do the same thing.
It's the same shit with black people dying in the neighborhoods by police. When a cop get killed, it's like niggas celebrate that. Man, fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? They've been killing us all our lives, man. Fuck them niggas.
I dig it, but I look at things on a it's a different scale.
And not all cops is bad.
Not
No,
at
I got
all.
family
Not
that's
at all.
cops.
Sure.
And I got homeboys that have no problem swinging
Yeah.
off on security,
Right.
whether it be wrong or right.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problems with that shit. However, it's all over the news, and I just see a play going down. Election year, next year. it's time to divide. Why is this being publicized like this? Why is it on every news channel? Why are they covering this? It's time to divide so that we can separate people into sections and we can figure out what voters we want to appeal to. Because when everybody's together, we care about the real issues. But when they're separate, it's just whatever appeals to us.
Right.
Fuck everybody else. And I think that's the play that's going on here. Though I was proud to see homeboys swimming to help another brother out in that situation. Right. I gotta wonder, why is this shit all over the fucking news?
Because
It's something that you don't see all the time.
right.
You see it during election years.
Wait, how many election years, Math, have you seen
A nigga swim.
a brother getting
No,
shot?
nigga swinging the chair, rocking white people.
I'm saying you see the racial divide
tactic.
Yeah.
Okay.
happen during election years.
Right.
And we coming around that corner.
Yeah, but let's keep it
Robert
real
F.
though.
Kennedy Jr. for president.
Let's keep it real though. I
Salute.
feel like right now, niggas will vote for Trump.
Right.
They would.
They want that stimmy
They
back.
want that stimmy back. They want that money. That nigga Trump saying, hey, I'm getting rid of these IRS agents. They crooks and all type of shit like that.
Yeah.
Trump is trying to. He's like, look,
Trump just
these
said, yo,
niggas
if
is
you
fucking
come
with
for me,
y'all
I'm
money.
coming for you.
And I don't know. I see this shit really being.
Before
Trump
we even
said,
get
if
off
you
all the
come
way
for
into the
me, I'm
president
coming for
thing,
you.
Jamie Foxx, you did not owe nobody an apology.
Hell no, he
Hell
didn't.
no, Trump. Yo, Jamie Foxx
should not have apologized
no.
for that shit. Stop minding black people business. If you don't understand the way we speak, we're not talking to you. Jennifer Aniston showed herself to be the very same kind of friend that fucking Jamie Foxx was talking about. You gonna throw that man under the bus? He wasn't talking.
Stop trying to cancel us.
Wait,
man.
Mind your business.
Jamie ain't mean no harm or anti-Semitic anything. That's a common saying.
What happened?
Jamie Foxx,
Jamie Foxx basically said, they killed Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? They took that as him being anti-Semitic.
So yeah, as
It's like, come on,
like
man.
he was going at Jewish people and he wasn't. You know what
So
I mean?
he had to
wasn't.
apologize because they was making it like that.
Well, they was to make Jennifer Aniston.
No, Jennifer
implied-
Aniston
They
and
killed
everything.
Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you?
But that's a saying that
So
we
that's
say
just
as
a
black
saying
people
as we say
for
as
a long
black
time.
people. We've been
No hate
saying
in that.
That's
But
we've
if
been
it's
So it's
saying
supposed to be anti-Semitic?
No,
saying
they
that
took
it's
it as
anti-Semitic.
they took it
So
as
the Romans
anti.
was Jews? Because as far as I know, when you read the book, it's supposed to be the Romans that killed them, right? So how does that get misconstrued?
How does that-
No,
even connect.
because the Jews called for Jesus' death. They called for him to be crucified, knowing that he hadn't committed any crimes. The Jews called for it. That's in the book.
Hey guys, why don't you read a book called The Maccabees so you can figure out what's really going on? Just do that.
Isn't that shit sad though?
do that.
Jamie, you did not owe an
sad,
apology.
bro.
Before we get off into theology, you didn't know nobody.
Shout out
I
to
feel like
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
just didn't want the stress. Like,
sure.
oh God,
He just coming home
this
from
what
the
you said?
hospital. I
Okay,
get
I'm
it.
sorry.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I get
they
it.
clone Tyrone out is doing good.
Doing great.
I mean,
great.
It's a good ass movie. too.
Fucking fantastic
Yeah,
movie.
great
Yo,
movie.
it's like the dark version of Undercover Brother. You ever see that movie? It reminds me like if Undercover Brother got turned all the way up. It's so fucking.
I gotta
fire.
watch. I'm gonna watch it again because I feel like it's deeper messages in there.
It's all through.
Oh, definitely.
Watch it. Watch
Even-
both of them.
And I like the last scene too because they was in LA. You feel me? Definitely.
But but y'all don't feel like there's a certain level of like fear that we live under, like there's a certain hand of control over us, and I'm not speaking to any group or anything like that, but where you have to watch what you say. Or
Bro,
your career
We specifically
is
that
up for
state.
grabs.
we
That state.
we specifically are behind enemy lines. Now you can take that however you want. You can take that however
No, it's
you
the
want.
truth. You see the
But
results of it.
You are behind the lines and next door with your oppressor, the ancestors of your oppressor, the descendants of people who dehumanize you at every turn. I don't know how much civility we can expect. We're getting more than what we should think would be there. I'm fucking this up now because I'm really getting agitated. You are behind enemy lines. You go ahead and get comfortable if you want to. A place at the table will never be your table. It's something different, and you need to move accordingly. When we say stay on code, it's not anti them. It's pro you. when we start talking about circling the wagons, it's pro us. Pro us doesn't equal negative anybody else. That's why I turn around and say, I'm not your enemy. I'm not against you. I am pro you. When Kennedy sat in that chair, we talked about reparations, and the first thing he said was, well, how do you think other people gonna feel?
We don't care how other people feel.
I don't want to have to care how somebody. Why should I care about that? Why are you putting that burden on me? Why do black people need to care about how somebody else feels about you finally getting square with the deal you made with us that you broke all those years ago? Like, why does that have to happen? And why are we talking like that shit was so fucking long ago?
But,
you know, Harriet Tubman was alive when Ronald Reagan was, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we need, it's not all black and white. Like, you need to knock that shit off. Those generations are real. A lot of these people don't want you to know the history, don't want to teach CRT in schools, don't want to teach that, because they don't want you seeing what their grandmothers were actually doing to the kids, and that they don't want you learning that part.
You know what's so fun? This reminds me.
Shit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There was a night I was walking in the city. Shout out to Flex. I was walking with Flex, and we saw this old white lady on the ground.
I remember this story.
We went to help her up, and she looked up and she looked at us, and she said, "Why are you helping me? I'm white." My response was, "Well, you might be somebody's mother, and if my mother was in this position, I would want people to help me too." But she was just in disbelief that black people was helping her up.
Because that wouldn't have mattered to her back in her prime. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it made me feel like she was throwing bricks back in the days.
Yeah,
you should have threw her ass back there. See ya.
No.
Get down.
Because I don't believe, and we talked about the Naruto thing and all that.
I was like 3-4 times.
I don't believe revenge is the answer.
Sometimes it is, though.
When you say that, right?
Nah.
But there's always gonna be a party that feels like that was wrong. You feel that's not gonna understand where it started.
That's their business.
We see this shit go on in the hood, but like certain areas be at war forever for some shit that happened a long time ago. But now this side is like, fuck that, they did this to such and such. And the other side is like, fuck that, they did this to such and such. And the shit don't stop.
Right.
And it boils over. Right. Especially coming from LA, like, you grow up, you get in the streets, you start gangbanging, you beefing with niggas that you don't even know why. It's literally nothing that's directed to you. It's just inherited hate.
Right.
And you gotta follow protocol because that's what you were taught.
Hate.
Right.
Inherited hate.
We was just talking about that outside, like, you know what I mean? Like when LA people come, like artists or whatever, come to New York City, they good. You know what I mean? A lot of New York niggas go out there and lose their life. We was just talking about that shit.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke. And let me tell you something.
You know, like a lot of artists died out there, you know what I mean?
Pop Smoke was my homie. He was a real one. You feel what I'm saying? Played the game fair. And I don't even look at it like it's
How do you feel about that though? Like, you know
oh
what I mean?
man,
like,
that shit. You know what? When it happened, it just made my fucking soul burn because I was like, fuck, it's just another stigma put on where I come from. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like what you were saying earlier, where it was like, you know, it's not more of a he's from the East Coast thing, black on black thing. It's more like little niggas is trying to hit a lick. You know what I'm saying? Right. It could be anybody in there. But it just so happened that it happened on our soil, and then the conspiracies come back and the stigma is like the West Coast don't fuck with the East Coast. Why is the East Coast people always coming over there and something is happening to them?
We felt targeted. Like,
of
you know,
course.
man, I ain't gonna lie, like it's East Coast niggas.
I remember even when PNB Rock died. You know what I mean? I had homies from Philly. They like, we driving down there. We on some West Coast type shit. I understand though. Because it just seems like that versus, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. PNB Rock was a solid nigga too. Knew him as well. That Roscoe's that he was at, we'd never go there.
Never.
That's the worst Roscoe, that's the worst place to eat top 5 in Los Angeles.
And
We
that's
don't
the first
go
thing
there.
everybody was saying, why did he go there?
But he didn't, what if he didn't know? Like he just, you know, a tourist going through. I heard about Roscoe's. I want to go over there and
You know how
stop.
many
I heard
times
they
P&B
chicken is
probably
good.
went out there
He
to
probably
LA?
went there
But think
mad
about it.
times.
Think
though.
about
There's
it.
different Roscoe's.
There's
That's
different
not-
But what
Roscoe's.
I'm saying is he probably didn't know that. He probably just,
Yeah, but
somebody
look-
probably
but look how-
told him,
but
yo,
look
it's
how
a
he
good
pulled
spot
up,
to
though.
go eat.
Look how
But
he
when
pulled
we
up,
say
though.
that, we
They
say
said he
we
had a
not even
Maybach.
safe there.
They say he bought a Maybach. You feel me? To this terrible area and shit like that. You don't see them type of cars in those areas.
It's like
The
pushing
first
folk-
thing nigga gonna think is, oh, we got somebody.
Yeah,
They don't know what the
it's
fuck
food.
is going on.
Right,
It's food. It's just food.
right.
Because if you really from LA and you know, like, ain't nobody from LA about to go over there and do that shit. And if you do it, you're gonna grab your shit to go and you're gonna get the fuck out of there. You're not gonna sit down and feel comfortable.
Right.
And that's the positive side of checking in.
Right.
The same way that Crooked Eye described it. Like, it's not always.
It's
hey,
not about no tough shit or
Nah,
a nigga
it's-
try to extort
But
you.
he
or
was,
nothing.
but
Don't
he,
go over there, Playboy.
but
let
he
me
fucked
get
with
4 or
niggas
5
from the city
people.
though.
Right.
Yeah, but maybe he just didn't ask.
And
the
even
question
that
or-
close to the area, he was fucking with niggas over there. I think it was more like, I know people over here. It should be cool and stuff like that.
But was
he probably didn't know the
beefing, though?
severity.
He was beefing with somebody
Nah,
over there, right?
but that's not it, man. It's not it. It's more of you got the jewelry.
Yeah, he was shining.
You ain't have to kill him.
But they said it was a kid though.
and his father.
It was
Yeah.
like a 17-year-old little nigga,
Yeah,
like
but if he's being led by some sick fuck
OG nigga.
that's telling him this, like I could never imagine myself putting my son in that position.
Hell no.
Or any young nigga, or any like, that's crazy.
But
That's
unfortunately,
being
like you said, any young nigga, most of the big homies are people that's telling you to do some shit and fuck your life up.
Right.
Right.
Crash dummy.
It's very seldom you
Crazy.
got a big homie that tell you, hey, do this, go to school, go get a trade, go do something to make some money. They'll tell you, they tell you, go slide, go do this, go do this, go do that. And when you fucked up, the same motherfucker ain't gonna write you. It ain't checking on your mom, and they might fuck your bitch.
Right. See, but LA nigga, and this, I gotta say this, LA artist, no LA artist ever died coming on the East Coast. Never. You never heard of that. In your life, you never heard of an LA artist losing their life on the East Coast.
That's because we killing our own.
No, but
got-
you also
now you
you also
gotta
gotta
come over
understand
here,
too, the award shows and all the places that you really gotta be is on the West Coast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But what about the source? Wasn't that on the East Coast when Suge said that?
No, it was in Miami. One was in Miami, and the other one was in
What was that source when
Atlanta?
Suge came out?
Cali.
Cali.
90.
That
the
wasn't
one
in
95
Cali.
The one in 95, I think,
Snoop was
in
like, what?
Miami.
East Coast don't got no love?
No,
that,
that's
that
not.
wasn't on the
think
East
so.
Coast?
I'm not sure.
that had to be on the East Coast for him to
95
say
was
that.
before my time. I'm not sure. I wasn't
Big
at
came
that.
out and all that. That had to be on the
But
East
the
Coast.
problem is I think what we're missing is the fact that this is a super public health issue. The fact that there's miseducation, there's no true leadership
Right.
in a lot of these environments
No,
as well.
it's the problem really is how we identify ourselves. Like I can't take a fucking apple seed to fucking Germany, plant it,
Right.
and now it's not an apple seed. Still a fucking apple seed.
Right.
So whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, you're black. You're a
It's
black
all the
man.
same. We all the same.
You're a black
We
man.
just
You
on different
identifying
sides.
yourself by an area that's probably the cause of your people's destruction.
Right.
Makes no sense.
Right.
Like are we all in this together, or what we doing? 30, what was the statistic? 38% of people locked up, or what?
Recidivists.
Yeah, recidivists. They're
No, but
They're
black.
Black and Hispanic.
But we only make up 13% of the
Of
population,
the world, of the United States population.
Right.
and it's because of stupid shit like that.
Right.
It's because of people sitting on the block they don't own, and then in a crib that they don't own, that none of they big homies run none of this shit and claiming that area like this is your fucking identity. It's not.
Speak on that Rico, Math. We need like that Rico is.
Yo, AD, don't drop that song, son. Don't drop that song. I'm telling you. Don't drop that song, bro. Don't drop that song.
Hey, Cannon said it too. He said, I think y'all scared to drop this one.
Don't.
Now?
Nah, bro. Don't do it.
Rico is crazy right now, bro.
It's serious. All they need is a text message, bro.
Black man.
All they need is a text
your
message.
enemy. I'm
That's
not
it.
your enemy. Black man, black woman. I am not your enemy. I'd rather get money with you. I'd rather find a way to get to the bag together.
right.
That's a fact.
I'd rather for all of us to be rich at the same time. Or
Look,
even if you're
black man, white man, I'm not your enemy.
not your enemy. I'm not coming
not
out
your
of the
enemy.
house looking for smoke. That's not why I wake up.
Cause
I'm here to compete.
Because in reality,
I'm down to compete.
it's none of us versus us.
Ever.
It's really about the people who want to oppress everyone.
Those
The
are
middle
real
class
ops.
is disappearing. That
Quickly.
Shit, you think that it's just happening? No, it's not.
Those are the real ops.
I'm not your enemy.
Don't be fooled by this shit, man.
not
Yeah,
enemies.
okay, it was a moment. Black History should be on August 6th. That's cool. But when you see it everywhere, understand it's a plan to divide.
Or at least somebody ready to take advantage of the divide.
Exactly.
So we
You know
gotta
what I'm
stop
saying?
the us on us.
Right.
Stop the
us
us
on
on
us.
us, then stop
I
the
agree.
us on them,
Yeah.
then stop the us on
Focus.
everybody else.
Stop it all. Just work.
Just stop it all.
Just
Let's
get to
work.
the bread. Focus.
Yeah, but also it's a lack of education, man. I know I see that all the time, but people don't know their history, man. They don't understand. When you think about LA, when you think about the West Coast and the migration from the South to LA, and the fact that street gangs were made to protect the neighborhood, and that fell out of line once the crack era hit, and all the black men started getting locked up or they got high and they started dying. Now you have a divide in the family structure.
You got
And
the
now-
young boys not trusting the older generation
Exactly.
because they grew up
All
watching
that
Fiends.
stuff matter. All that stuff is a
They
part
grew up
of
watching
why
Fiends.
things
They
are
had
the
to
way
take
they are
care of their
now.
younger brothers and sisters because the adults was getting high.
Right.
So now they have no type of trust
Or
or
guidance.
respect for the older generation.
Watch Snowfall.
Fix this shit.
Hey.
Watch Snowfall. man.
Snowfall,
To the T.
as much as I love the ending, and I love the ending because that's a reality of a lot of people
That's real.
that you will see every day.
Facts.
You will see the crackhead in the city, and they'll be like, "That was the guy that had this
Shit
much
on
money."
smash.
I could
He
name
had
niggas
that.
in my hood
Real
that,
shit.
that used to run shit.
Yes.
And now they're like, hey, young boy, you got something for me?
And those were our leaders at one time.
They were the big homies at one point.
Exactly.
But just recognize that those dudes got caught in the same trap.
Real shit.
It was a more sophisticated trap. It may be more sophisticated, it might have been less sophisticated, but it was all a trap. They set them up to they
was all
lined them
intentional.
up too.
It was
Those
intentional.
dudes got lined up too. The big homies who used to run shit and now they freshly fucked up. Just remember when you look at them, they got lined up. That's not what they planned to do. That's not what they woke up and thought was gonna happen to them either. That wasn't the plan.
The big homies is calling the little homies big homie now. Shit crazy
That's
in
true.
America.
Fucked up.
You be like, what the
Fucked
fuck
up.
is going out here in America?
Can we go back a second? Because I had asked a question to both of them. He answered it, but Gina didn't answer it. As far as was there a certain level of fear being on the show that you was on at the beginning of leaving?
Well, like I said earlier, I have been talking to them about me leaving for like 6 months. It was conversations I've heard, shit that I read, stuff that I seen, and I just wasn't comfortable there anymore. But they kept being in my ear like, no, you have to stay. Thug it out. We got you. Whatever. I think my fear more so came from me being more so. I don't really. Me, a black girl doing media in LA, don't really exist like that. Like we're not. Black women are not the head of radio. As far as media is concerned in general, it ain't too many black media personalities that are females
Not yet.
in LA.
Not yet.
So my fear was more so of me letting somebody else down who could possibly be looking up to me. That I'm an example to who I didn't, whereas in the same token, I didn't have an example that looked like me. I'm looking up to Angie Martinez. I'm looking up to Roxy Diaz, she's black.
Shout out to Angie.
Men, Big Boy, Charlemagne. These are the people that I'm looking at. Funk Flex, Sway. Like But
Shout out to Sway.
that's not many black women.
Shout out to Flay.
So in my eyes, it's like, shit, if I walk out of this building, am I letting everybody down who's, family members?
Or you just blowing the
I
opportunity?
can't, yeah.
Right.
Or is this what the fuck the industry is? And get it together.
Right.
Put your big girl panties on and face that nigga when you go to work every day. Like, so that's the stuff that I was fearing. Till yesterday, my daddy didn't even know that I left the company. Because if I'm the example in the family, this is who everybody's looking up to. Everybody's still stuck in the same lifestyle, like we was talking about earlier. Everybody ain't trying to get out of it, So it's like, damn, if I leave, who am I letting down? My family, they shit, you walking BET red carpets. You doing an Essence Festival. We hear you on Power 106. Wait a minute, hold on. You left your big bag? Are you stupid? My daddy asked me yesterday, he said, well, why didn't you tell me? Do you need help? Do you need anything? Why haven't you told any of the family, what's going on? And I told him straight up, I'm not asking for help. I got to figure this shit out on my own. But the first thing he said was, okay, so what's up with this? Are you still doing this? I just saw you on the red carpet. What's going on? I don't want nobody worried about me. So my fear was just more so like letting everybody else down rather than putting me first.
Okay. I got you.
Always a
I got
mistake.
you.
Who y'all funk
Solid
flex over
answer.
there in LA? Who y'all funk flex?
Big boy.
Me?
Big
No, I'm kidding. No, it would be LA Liquors.
As a funk flex?
It wouldn't be Big Boy?
Well, he don't do
I mean,
freestyle.
Big Boy don't.
I mean, not format, not the same
If we're-
format,
if
but I
we're-
just mean like,
If we're
levels.
talking about radio, there's nobody bigger than Big Boy in LA
Yeah.
radio.
Right.
No.
We didn't grow up with him.
There's not too
Elementary
many
school.
people bigger than Big Boy in
No.
radio, period.
Yeah.
Like what Big Boy does and what he is to radio, like is amazing. Like you go to school listening to the phone taps, you look forward to that.
Right.
He got us through all of that.
Right.
Listen to him on the radio every day.
But who are Funk Flex?
Big Boy.
He gotta be.
Because I guess,
Status wise.
I'm talking about in terms of
Not
content.
format.
Yeah, no, not content. Not
no, just
not,
the impact.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
status wise. The impact
Because-
wise.
We didn't get to listen to Fun Flex like that, but he still impact when he dropped the motherfucking lugs and shit. Him and Birdman, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, they was promoting and pushing the
my
motherfuckers
God,
on the
the
West
lugs.
Coast too.
You had
And having the rims and shit like
we
that.
wasn't buying them out here.
We wasn't buying them either. But shout out to that black man for getting his own shoes.
Facts,
You
facts,
feel me?
salute.
Yeah.
Facts.
Champ gonna look at me. You had a pair of lugs?
Nah, I don't know, you know.
I know. I feel like you a lugs guy, bro.
You don't feel like that. You
I mean, I know it's all white Adidas
You
for
don't
life.
feel like I'm a lugs guy. You there's no way you feel.
I'm just waiting for
Lugs
Ice
is
out
crazy.
there.
This is cap like a mother.
You said lugs crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
Never.
You think I ain't never put no Tam on? I ain't never put no lugs on.
What's the worst pair of kicks you had?
The worst pair of kicks?
Yeah.
It's fake Jordans my granny bought me.
Which one?
Motherfuckers didn't even have a number. Hey, I didn't even
So
know.
was they fake Team Jordans?
Yeah, the N1 Jordans.
Man, they was
yeah,
fake
the
Team
number.
Jordans. They had a
Yeah,
mo-
the-
Listen,
Fake Team Jordans is crazy.
that shit had a
Fake
gray bubble on that
Team
motherfucker.
Nah, we not
I
doing
came
that.
to school like,
Shout out to Grant.
Yeah, Jordans with
be
the
great.
air bubble.
Those was the
Yeah,
Payless
Jordans.
I got the motherfuckers from the rodeo, man. I didn't know.
We not doing that.
Like
Shout
this.
out to Granny. That gift came
Hey,
from the heart. That was
R.I.P.
all
Granny, man. I
love.
love Granny.
Shout out to Granny.
But she
was
didn't
the
know. She
Payless
said, I
joint.
She
found
thought she
Jordans.
was doing the right thing. She
That was
thought she
the
was
You
doing
know
Payless
she was doing the right thing. It's all good.
You know you got the Payless
Somebody
joints
got
that
it.
got the
Man,
fake
they-
Jordans.
Somebody got.
They fucked me up, man.
Y'all wasn't wearing Wallabies out there?
Wallabies for sure.
That's Wu-Tang, man.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang
it's
had the
Wu-Tang,
whole
facts.
East Coast
No,
wearing Wallabies.
Wallabies, that was
You
some
know, death
gangster
row
shit, though.
sneakers.
Wild shot.
Wu-Tang should have won, man. That's all I gotta say, man. They should have won that shit, man.
Are we doing that? Are we around?
See, you're gonna
Facts.
defend the
It's
Illuminati.
They
gonna bag you
It's gonna
again.
be the cover. It's gonna be my hands.
That crowd looked like they wanted to boo us and all of that. They like, yeah, you got the niggas from the East Coast representing Wu-Tang and all that.
I don't even know how it turned out like
You know,
that.
some niggas in the crowd looking like.
I don't even know how it turned out. Like, yo,
They was on me too.
we
Why you
representing
standing
the
on?
coast?
Why you on that side?
Why you on that side,
Why
right?
you on that
You
side?
over
Why
there
you
with
in,
us and
why you
shit?
ain't with T-Rail? Why you on my extra defense side?
For real, I'm telling you, I seen it. I'm telling you,
Nah,
I didn't
nah.
feel that. I felt it, nigga.
Nah, I ain't feel nothing like that.
Nah, I ain't
What
feel
about you? What about you? You was on our side, East
Shit,
Coast side.
I walked up and hit that stage and heard everybody in the crowd yelling my name. That's all I heard.
That's a fact. I heard everybody yelling
I just
Gina.
heard people yelling my
They
name.
said-
They didn't
Fuck-
ask you
they said,
why you
fuck
was
all
on
them
why you
niggas.
was on that side.
So people did ask me that, and I was just like, "Well, I matched y'all.
Right.
I had on the all black. I didn't.
They didn't
T-Rail,
look at-
Heather, and Smack
They
had
didn't
their
look
whole
at you
denim
like a
shit.
traitor and all that. They didn't look at you like, you
Nah,
wild
Smack
for
was
that.
in there. Smack was in there.
Smack was there?
Smack was there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man,
Yes,
and
Smack.
prayers up to Smack, man.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
well soon, man.
What's going on with
Prayers
him?
up to
Smack, he got in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, God
man.
bless
Yeah.
him. He's safe.
Prayers
What's
up,
up with you
prayers
niggas
up.
and
He's
these
still-
bikes, bro?
Prayers
Like,
up,
Man, him and
prayers up.
I
T-Rail,
seen
man.
Rail, he was like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, enjoying
nah.
the chicken wings.
Oh,
Like,
he
yo.
is about to.
Yeah, he gonna get
he
on
about
his
to
ass.
get on
What?
yo. Oh,
He gonna get on
did
you
it
now.
again.
He gonna get on you for sure.
He had the chicken with.
Oh.
See, look. West Coast nigga coming out here, you done cracking the beef off again.
Oh, my
You
God.
can't say that about my brother, man.
Math,
Come
math,
on.
Listen,
math,
listen,
math, math. Look
listen,
at the,
hold on,
look at the
hold on,
camera.
hold on.
Look at the
Shit.
camera and say, black man.
Black man,
That's your
I'm
enemy.
not
Yeah.
your enemy.
Math is
Not
your enemy.
I am not your
That motorcycle that you was riding.
The motorcycle may be
That's
the
your
enemy for sure.
That's your enemy.
I'm out.
I don't ride motorcycles because when I get in accidents, I like to beef. I like to argue with people. And when you get in an accident with a motorcycle, you're not doing that.
See, I don't do it because I ain't had like 9 car crashes. I don't need to be on that stuff.
Nah.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
yeah.
be driving a car.
No, that was a long time ago. But now I'm cool.
Bro, you need
Yeah,
a
I
lawnmower.
know.
Get the fuck out the paint. You need a lawnmower. Shout out to my big homie
With
Dave.
training
New-
wheels on them.
Word. Shout out to my big homie Dave New York. He taught me smooth. And rest in peace. He talked me completely out of getting a motorcycle. I was this close, and he was like, "If I find out you want a bike, I'm gonna call the brothers in the chapter in New York. We're stealing your bike. We're gonna chop it up, and then we'll give you the money back. And then I'm gonna come and beat you up and take the money from you."
Hey,
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, I don't fuck
He
with
would
that.
not. He was not with.
see, it's not about the driving the motorcycles. It's about the motherfucking drivers. You can't stop
But this is what
that.
I'm saying. This is why, like, for me,
I've been
I only
to
buy
so many
trucks.
funerals for that motorcycle.
as far as like fatal accidents in America, trucks are responsible for 0.08%. 0.08. That means if you in a truck, 99.9% you are going to live. You in a car, you're going to die. You on a bike, it's over.
Over.
I only buy trucks. That's it.
It don't even matter if you got a helmet on. I know a nigga that cracked his whole shit with a helmet on.
Man,
Yeah.
fuck that
shit don't
helmet. You
matter.
flying off the freeway.
Yeah, you done.
So
Yeah, that
I'm
shit
keep
look
riding
cool.
my pedal bike.
That shit look
I'm
cool.
I'm gonna keep riding.
Even
my
that
pedal
shit
bike.
is dangerous, especially
Nah,
in New
fuck
York.
that. Not the way I do.
I hit the shit out of a fucking bike not too long.
That nigga,
That nigga was in my
Why
way.
is that something?
That nigga was in my way, man. I was honking my
Man, I'm saying,
horn.
what?
Nigga, this ain't the bike lane. What the fuck are you doing? Get out the way.
Nah, I ain't gonna find something.
Black man, I am not your enemy. I can't snap a chair.
Neck was on the motherfucking FDR with his
Jesus.
bike.
You was on the FDR with
That
that
nigga-
Why are you listening to the
Oh,
drunken man
nigga.
in the
All
road?
right, I was about to
Are you nuts?
That
Look
nigga's
at his face.
That nigga Meck was on the FDR, nigga.
Look who you
No
talking
helmet
to.
on.
Clipping shit.
Look who you
That's
talking to. Like, you gonna really look at me and try to co-sign? Yo, you really
Nah,
on
I'm
there?
fucking with you, Mac. I'm fucking with
guy.
you, Mac.
Yo, that shit dangerous though, the bikes.
for sure.
Especially in New York, yo.
Bro, everything-
It's overcrowded
everything
out
we
here,
Man,
bro.
I seen the
Everything we do is
motherfuckers in that
dangerous.
lane, they just run them motherfuckers over. They don't
Bro.
stop.
Yeah,
New
no,
York niggas
First
don't
of all,
respect
Little
niggas.
city bikes
Drivers.
and shit.
y'all got smooth streets out there.
Yeah.
Out here, every winter, the winter fucks up the streets.
Yeah, where you
Pothole.
was
And them
at?
motherfuckers still trying
Nah,
to ride
compared to
over.
Our
us-
potholes is crazy.
compared to
Crazy.
Oh no, Compton got crazy power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all tripping.
see,
No,
you
no,
name
no,
you
no,
name
no,
in
no.
one you name in
Nah,
one
this shit
section
crazy, too.
of
This
California.
everywhere.
We
Over
talking
5
about
boroughs.
every borough,
boroughs.
all up and down the strip.
Even the highways The belt, the motherfucking
BQE,
everything.
there's something on there that will fuck your tire
Your
up
axle,
and wreck
everything
your
up.
whole shit. And that's everywhere. You have a car culture. Y'all don't walk.
Yeah, we do.
Every place y'all drive, every place there is to go. We ain't got, I train.
There's even potholes on the sidewalk, bro.
Uber
Like, I
everywhere.
drive everywhere, man.
We either Uber,
Fuck that.
you walking, or you taking the train. The train is the most extensive system in the country. So we don't do cars the way y'all do. Cars is a luxury out here. It's cool if you got one, but out there it's a necessity.
No, definitely necessity.
You can't get around.
When I drive in
around the
LA,
fucking
I'll be driving like I'm in New York. I'll be like, man, get the fuck out the way, yo. Cause y'all got super highways.
and still have a traffic jam for no fucking reason.
Man, our
Don't be
traffic-
shit up there.
our
You get to the front
traffic's
of the
terrible.
traffic jam, ain't shit there. Ain't nobody crash, nobody dying,
Everybody's
nothing on
driving
fire.
slow.
The whole
Everybody high, that's
the
why.
whole shit just opened up. All of a sudden,
Everybody high. That's what.
y'all need to
Everybody high out there.
Everybody
Fact.
smacked. Everybody eating
be
myself.
late as shit for absolutely nothing. Like, what happened to you? I was in the traffic.
Yo, what's your
Traffic jam. What happened?
It's like that. It's like that in Atlanta too.
Yeah, they drive slow.
Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Atlanta
What
is
y'all,
crazy.
so what y'all got coming up? Like, what y'all got going on now?
Man, we just
What's next?
curate new shows. You know,
Big Community World. You ain't mentioned that this whole time.
Nudity
no,
world?
no, I was waiting.
Fig
Community world.
Fig Community World, that's our company.
Munity.
Say it again.
Fig Community World.
Munity.
Big
Oh.
community.
Well, I heard
Niggas heard
nudity
nudity.
Back
world. I
on
was like,
Fig. Nudity World? No.
Gina, you a part of that?
We left the other shit. That was Nudity World. You know what I'm saying? No,
So
but
what's the OnlyFans, bro?
Fig Community World is a combination of Back on Fig Community and Duno's World. That's our company that we building, and we understand that it's gonna take a minute to get into that multi-million-dollar company. We just pushing, man. We got great ideas. We're making new shows, and the greatest thing that I like about it too is that we bring in our friends and people that we think that are talented, and we're able to, pay them and put them in position to make some stuff happen.
Christ on the crack.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Also Big Chief. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep having that great product, Uzumaki
Y'all trying to
stores.
put it
you know
out
what I
here
mean?
in any stores and all
They
that?
got it
Oh
out
yeah,
here.
we
Got it?
push it to the pavement.
Listen,
Got you.
anything we can do to help y'all do what you do, say less.
Likewise.
Y'all hiring?
What
we
about-
can do.
Gina,
Y'all-
you lit. What are you talking
Y'all
about?
niggas hiring?
You lit,
I think Gina
Gina.
will move. I think Gina will move to the East
Fucking lit.
Coast. I think she would.
Love it here.
What you got? What you got going on?
I am back doing whole fashion. So remember y'all last time I came, I said don't talk about whole fashions.
Right.
Never seen it.
He's lying.
Never seen Old Fashioned?
Never seen it.
That's crazy.
I want to do the male version.
Bro,
Nah.
fashion.
I want to do the male version,
that would be
son.
crazy.
Matt Fashions.
You gonna match me?
Huh?
We got a match.
You got a match? So I got to wear boxer briefs or something? All right. My fan page
Yo,
about
man.
to go. Sky! nigga.
Pull up.
Sounds like something I know.
Start the OnlyFans tomorrow,
Yeah.
nigga. Oh, yeah.
I
I
Let's
done
get
seen
it.
them outfits. Nigga.
No.
You pull up
I'm
with the
still
banana
doing the
hammock
Cypress.
on. It ain't.
Yeah, you're going to lose all your male
quit.
viewers ain't going to watch while I'm on. they ain't going to watch.
No, it's over.
It's
over.
it's over.
I'm still doing the Cypress with Sway. And
Right.
then other than that, I just been like doing freelance stuff.
When you gonna get mad from here to do the cipher? With Sway.
I've been trying to get Sway to come on the show forever.
Yeah.
Shout out to the big homie. That's my OG.
Y'all
That's
cool.
Shout out this way.
Sway's a go-to.
That's cool.
Yes, he
and all
is.
that.
Straight up.
100%.
Sway is a
Yes.
Shout out to
super
Sway.
goat.
Sway
He
the biggest
legendary in the
dog.
culture.
Here's my
Sway
thing
Calloway.
though. Sway is a freaking amazing person.
Facts.
But Math needs to go up there and tear down the fucking freestyle. That's what needs to happen. You know why? Because he hasn't done it in a very, very long time.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make it happen.
make
And
it
I'm gonna
happen?
be
You know her
right there.
slogan,
on
she make
camera.
niggas
I
rap.
make niggas
shit.
rap.
Yeah.
Oh, you make niggas rap.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Camera.
shit.
It's
All right.
on
That's
camera.
what I'm
It's up.
talking
Yeah.
about. That's
I'm
what
gonna make it
talking
happen.
about.
Yeah, when
Real
that happens,
talk.
I want to be there. I want to be there.
You want to be there? You got
Absolutely.
six. You still got a 16 in you, Mick?
Mac got sick.
No,
I watched
Mac
this
is-
battle.
Yo,
I seen that nigga
Yo,
rapping
Mac,
on
I believe it, though.
I watched one of your battles,
I
bro.
believe it.
Niggas, son.
I believe it.
Drop something right now.
Smoke.
Nah, Mac was smoking niggas, man.
Nah, dead.
He didn't. See, the
You
thing
see
is,
the confidence?
he
He
didn't
like,
had a goatee then.
What was it,
He
the Blaze-
smoking
was
niggas
it the
with
Blaze-
clean face.
What-
The
was
clean
it-
face.
Was
Mac
it the Blaze
killing
battle
niggas.
that you made it to the finals?
New York versus Detroit.
That's heavy.
You know Detroit.
I'm only saying it because it's like I can't hide it. It's out.
can't.
Mac ain't had a glasses
I mean,
or
a
the goatee.
battle
and he
rapper
was
saying that,
smoking
then I'm
niggas.
gonna take it all the way.
Nah,
You feel me?
Yeah.
EO double alumni.
Oh, facts.
You know what I mean?
I got a Hall of Famer. I'm a EO Dub Hall of Famer.
I was just about to say something else. I'm gonna keep it to myself though.
So since I know you working on music too, shout out to Don Cannon. Don, you
Shout out to Cannon,
Yeah,
man.
you fucking
Shout
with the
out to Don.
podcast.
Hey,
Shout
when
out to Tomorrow.
When you was playing your shit, I was like, man, make sure you send the same beats, man. You know what I'm
The
saying?
check, yo, and that happens. It
happens, though.
Havoc did that to me one time. I was like, oh shit. But shout out to Don Cannon. How do you plan on transitioning?
Ain't no transitions. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of people, they think, oh, you can only do one thing. Like I got in the game of what I'm doing right now through music, and now people, they assume like, oh, you done with music, you doing podcasts, and now I'm like, nah, nigga, it's the same shit. It's the same hustle. If you watching me, if you listening to me, I'm getting my message across. So that's just what it is. It's always gonna be like that.
Yeah, what he said.
Real shit.
What he said. Yeah.
I got a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you took 5 years off of music. So why did you
I
decide?
didn't take no 5 years off.
How long did you take?
Nah, I wouldn't say 5 years. I would say that I wasn't
Actively pursuing
actively
the career.
pursuing that. I jumped into another genre. It started becoming bigger for me. The bag was bigger, but I grabbed a new audience, and every time that I drop something, some of the new audience, it translates over there.
Right.
So I understood that, you know, a lot of songs and things that I have, I'm 2 years old, 3 years old, but versus it being just an artist where you like, oh, I have to release something, it may not feel 100% with you.
Right.
A lot of artists are in that trap where it's like, you know what, I ain't dropped in a while, so I got to put out something
Before
or
they
they don't
forget
think that I fell off. Versus that, I don't even have to put out nothing. I'm going to make great music that's going to sustain time. So even if I sit 2, 3, 4 years, it's going to resonate still because it's great music. Not just because I'm trying to chase something for the moment.
Real creatives never retire.
How did you connect with OT Genesis?
Man, that's my best friend. That's my brother, man. I met him when I was about 15 years old. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. In general.
Right.
You know, just bro being a solid individual and not no hater shit. And I seen like my whole life, a lot of niggas just be haters and have that hatred and plot on each other and stuff like that. That was the first person, him and his brother, where I was like, it was unreal at first because I was like, damn, why are these niggas so nice to me? I wasn't used to that shit. Just being 100% genuine. So every accomplishment that he has, he deserves it 100%. And I'm always gonna give him his praise and stuff like that. Took me overseas for the first time when I was in the streets going through the worst time of my life. Bro said, come on, man. Took me to St. Martin for the first time. And at that moment, I just knew I was like, you know what? Life is way more bigger than this. And the things that I'm stressing about, that shit can't no nigga that I'm beefing with or anything that's happening can't even affect me right now. And I just came home with a new mindset that not only make money, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm so high that can't nobody could get to me. And just keep pushing. And I always knew that it was gonna be a slow grind, but I'd rather it be a slow grind and I stay where the fuck I'm at versus get there and just, you know, plateau like a lot of motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah.
Real shit.
For sure. Well, we here. We're here. Thank you, AD. Congratulations on your independence and all the future success coming your way. Just don't drop that fucking record.
AD and Gina view. Hey man, thank y'all, man.
Shout out to the whole LA. LA.
Yeah, we look.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that's what you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.